Hello and welcome back to the Dev Plays. I terribly messed this one up. Hello everyone!
Hello! I muted myself, sorry. I was yelling into nothing.
Oh dear. It's that time again, when we bash and crash our way through the tournament. So, here's the update. Last episode, we had quite a bit of a messy final end as our team fought off against a duo known as High and Dry. After coming very close to death, Juice's powers reawoken to the surprise of the entire party, including himself. Next, once they had finally defeated them, they were able to rest for the last couple of minutes within the last hour. They were all teleported back, but not before Cloak had seen and spoke to two people that some of the party might recognise. One being a very badly wounded Green Flame, and another quite a battle-hardened Dias Miyamoto. After sharing his name in secret and knocking out Green Flame, they all were then sent back. They were then informed that the next challenge will commence. The next stage of the tournament will happen within 2 days. After that, the events will begin. Racing, swimming, shooting, fighting with your fists, fighting with your weapons, fighting with no powers, and fighting great monsters of nature. These are the events that you will be put through. You get to choose however many that you wish to do. However, there are certain limitations on each and every one of them. We now pick up with the rest of the team after their 2 days. Some things have happened, some things have changed, but the biggest thing is now, we come to Rakia, about to start a race.
Rakia is so hyped, she's been waiting 2 days for this. Oh.
So you're sort of outside, there's a sort of large sort of open area. You were explained before you got there that the location that you're going to is a 1 kilometer distance stretch of land, which will mean that you will have to be running from start to finish and get to that point before anyone else. Now, the rules are pretty simple. You cannot directly attack your opponents. You cannot use any of your abilities to teleport your way there, or use any kind of flying. And finally, the only particular rule in this is just get to the end. Now, there is one last thing that you need to know. There are 6 of you and 5 others. Whoever comes out on top will get the most points, and whoever becomes last will get the least. And when they mean get the least, they will take the most amount of points from you out of the 6. So be careful on that front. So, as we now open to it, we are now met and greeted by the announcer screaming at the top of his lungs to the rest of the audience. Now, some of you might be able to see this on your screens wherever you are, as these are being broadcasted all over, but you hear this voice coming out over some odd speaker systems. Welcome! I hope everyone's had a nice relaxing 2-day break, but it's time to get on to the first event. So here we go, without any matter of fact, let's get down to it, shall we? So, first of all, here comes the races. We have Rakia, Lamageddon, we have Johnny Quingo, we have Rakia Tocone, we have Jonathan Georgeman, and finally, we have the man himself, Mercury! That's right, folks, we have a whole full house today, so I hope you're ready to get down. So, first of all, here's a few things that you need to know about this race. It's 1 kilometer, yep, that's right, 1,000 meters. Not too far, not too shabby, but remember, if you lose, any placement that you are means that you will be given or taken away a certain amount of your points. So let's see how much you'll be losing and gaining today. If you come in 6th place, you will lose 350 points. And if you come into 1st place, well, you'll get 400 points. That seems to be the deal, yo. I hope you're ready for whatever you is and whatever you are. but here we go. A 3, a 2, a 1, go!
Oh
Roll
boy.
me move speed.
Can I? No, I've just no. Okay, rolling move speed.
Okay. Right, and whilst you're doing that, I am going to get onto the tabletop simulator, as we actually have
Are
some...
you kidding me?
Oh dear. Bosh. Right, so... I've also updated these! We have Juice's character Felix. Oh, if I can stop selecting them. There we go, good old Felix. But today we'll only just be needing Rakia, so there we go. And now I just need to add a few more enemies. So, do. I don't need that many enemies, but I don't really need them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Bosh. So, you have 5 other contestants all around, and as soon as they stop rolling, we should actually be able to get this sorted out. So, Rakia, you got a natural 1. Let's see what the others got. First up, I'm going to roll a D100 for something. You are very lucky, Rakia. So, here come the rolls. Not bad, not bad.
Thank God.
And then here's the next lot. Ooh. There we go. And then I believe this is the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, 2 of them are neck and neck, as most of them just... Basically, these 3 here just zoom off real quick. Now, I want to point out, you're starting here, so as you start moving, or basically as you're sort of... You just sort of watch them as they sort of dart off. But as they dart off... one thing that you definitely notice is the 2 in front is sort of it's sort of a weird fluffy llama man with a sort of beer hat with 2 cans either side of it. You then just see like a guy in a toga trying to run as fast as he can, but no contest, as they're going to both now roll against each other. Here we go. This is, by the way, the only reason as to why they're rolling against each other is because they drew. D20 plus 6. Okay, so the llama, which I will now pop here, is nowhere fast as the guy in the toga. Rakia, you're at the start. The other guy, who also failed to roll, is at the start. A couple of them are sort of going off into their own directions. But now, it begins. First of all, I want you to roll me a perception, Rakia.
Okay. Alright. So that's a 7. Okay.
You notice something's not quite right with the ground beneath the llama. And it's coming up to where you're sort of beginning to get close to. It's starting to smoke.
Okay.
How would you like to react?
Well, I got... Oh, God, that's weird. So is it coming towards me, specifically, or...
No, it's more like you're running towards it because it's, like, relatively within your path.
I think, like, I'm gonna try and leap over it. because I got a race to win.
Okay, roll me acrobatics.
Okay, then 8, 12, right?
Awesome.
Okay.
You sort of jump over it, and as you're sort of going past it, a massive explosion just hits the back of you. You can feel it, but not enough for it to damage you. It seems as though it happened roughly where he stepped. So that is something that is seeming to be a thing. As he steps again, another bit of smoke comes from the back of him. It is now some of the others' turns, as they seem to just basically be attempting to run. When it comes down to your turn, which it is now, do you also wish to run, or do you wish to do any other actions?
I'm just gonna run, eye on the prize, just run.
Okay, then everyone must roll move speed yet again. Okay, so that's 1 for Llama. This one. Another 1. This is for Mercury. And then...
Oh, we drew.
Yeah, that one did. 5, there we go. I think there's 1 left. No, I think that's it. Okay. No, there is 1 left. Hang on, 6, 7... Oh, yeah, oh, wait. Oh, yeah, there's also 1 with +5. That's it. That's the one. I already rolled for that one. Okay, so you start sort of getting up closer, but then you notice that the llama, like as you've finally gotten to around about here, and the llama's sort of been steadily just in front of you ever so slightly. Mercury has been sort of going here. You just notice that the llama just bounds like infinitely faster than he was before. And within less than a minute, you then hear the announcer screaming. We have a winner! Llama got through! Nice one! It seems as though all the others were just too damn slow. And that is that.
Oh.
I will say, I'll base it off of this. Roll against the person who got 17.
Okay.
Which is against, D20 plus 6.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
now I get a good roll.
Now you get a good roll. Okay, so it was 23, 10, 21, 19. And you beat the other 17. So you beat 2 people. So you came fourth.
Oh.
So as you finally get past that finish line, as everyone finally sort of crosses it, as you finally pass that finish line, 2 people were able to overtake you by that point, and they were able to win. As you came into the bottom 3, you were still on the top. However, as you then sort of hear the announcer sort of claiming different particular parts about what happened there, you're not really noticing that, because you're now noticing that your band states that you have lost 150 points. Which brings you down to... If I remember,
I have like 511 points, so...
you have 511 at the moment?
Yeah.
I see 646 at the moment. Did you spend them?
Yeah, I did, on new clothes.
So 511. And then obviously then take away 150, which then brings you down to 391.
Oh.
As you're sort of hearing as you're sort of hearing some things, I just got on a message from Kane. So it is the biggest sad of them all, as you're sort of now like pretty much back at the base.
Yeah, just very upset.
I want to point out, everyone has sort of seen this. We now sort of go over to a sort of a screen with this man who's on the screen at the moment, as it sort of the announcer states that this guy is none other than Stilton Maximilian, the founder of the company that pretty much built this whole thing, and the guy who has pretty much been the whole patron to this entire event for the last 10 years. As he basically says, "Now I know this has all been just a pretty strange scenario. After all, we always have these interesting bouts of speed and durability and accuracy. But do not fret. Once we have gotten past the races, the swimming, and the shooting gallery, the fighting will continue. I want to remember all of y'all. At any point, you are of course welcome to have a look around. But remember now, unless if you are actually in one of the arenas, you should not be fighting with any of the other contestants, no matter how bad the preliminaries might have peeved you off in those situations when you were crawling, begging, or even scraping for the last ounce of your life to be spared. Now I will remind you all, now and forever, that you are fighters, champions, and you are athletes. But I'm hoping to see some good shows. So please, continue on. And may the best person, Huskonian, or even otherwise, do well." He disappears as we now come back to the rest of the crew. We come back to, funnily enough, that's it, Adrian and Felix. I was not going to get your names wrong again this time. I swear.
Those two people that we don't remember.
Those damn people who we don't remember. Anyway, yeah. So we now come to you guys, which
Damn dirty apes.
I'll get you on the screen in a second. There's a lot going on in this session. Felix, Bosch, and a new and improved Adrian, because
Hey, how do you see the screen?
I'll post it on for you guys in a sec.
No worries, sorry.
Because we've now got the bands. Right, I will now add you guys to this so you can see it. Start streaming. Boosh.
God, the fact that Felix is tiny.
Yeah, he's so tiny on these little things.
I just
no legs.
Yes, no legs. But Mama, you ain't got no legs.
Well, that is pretty hilarious considering Adrian, I think, is canonically like half his size.
Yes, yeah.
Canonically, yeah.
So I was just going to say real quick to Cloak and obviously to Felix. Fletcher. Fletcher, you're now going off because you've been told that you now need to go off into the swimming. But Cloak, whereabouts are you, or what do you want to do? Are you going to be in the same sort of training room as these two, or are you off doing something else?
Yeah, maybe I'll go and get some. Go and look around the stalls or something.
Okay.
Is there like a market or something?
Yeah, there's a ton. I'll point out in the stadium grounds. There's a ton of different places that you can go to. Training rooms. You can go to stores, sponsorship kiosks, and cafes and stuff like that. So if you want to sort of go over there, and then we'll come back to you in a second.
Yeah.
Awesome. Right, I'm also going to just grab the counter for Fletcher. Because even though that you guys won't be in the same one, we'll actually just try and do yours sort of side by side for Rakia and Fletcher. I'll just grab some rando swimmers. There we go.
Is that what they're called?
Rando swimmers. They might as well be.
No. Just rando, and then the other guy's called Swimmer. That's his entire livelihood. Is just he's great at swimming. He's gonna lose his entire career now.
I'm about to end this man's entire career.
Okay,
Exactly.
so just to sort of help this, again, Racket, you will not be swimming in the same swim or race, but what I'm going to be doing is that I am going to be having it where you'll probably be rolling against the same modifiers. So just keep that in mind. The only modifier that you're not rolling against is obviously Fletcher's. So whilst we do this, we shall have it that you guys start doing that. So roll your whatever you would like to roll. You can roll finesse, labour, move speed, swimming proficiency, or anything else that might help you in this particular regard.
I'm gonna go with finesse if that's all right.
Okay.
Would phase swimmer be applicable for this?
Yes.
So, SP would then be.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Oh, nice one.
Damn.
What is your move speed, Fletcher?
It is 26. So plus
Okay.
6.
I'm gonna do these with roughly average for them. I'll do 4. No, it's 5. Sorry. Here we go. So you need to beat a 23, a 21, a 20, and then 2 8s. Do you beat what I've just stated? Actually,
Well, I
yeah,
do.
yeah, both of you do. Yeah, okay. So during your races, as you're swimming, both of you hit past the original sort of goal as you're now into the second sort of location. Everyone else is barely half past these sort of squares as you were already on to the next amount. Fletcher, you're a little bit behind where Raki would be in the terms of the timing, just due to the move speed. We will cut back to Adrian and Felix. So, you are currently standing opposite each other. Let's say a couple meters in between each other.
Okay.
So we now open up onto you guys in the training room.
Oh, Felix.
You ready to do this?
Indeed. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity.
With pleasure.
We agree only till surrender or knockout?
Yes.
Of course. Weapons?
I'd say that aloud.
Okay, then. If you so desire.
I'm going to say roll me a history, Adrian.
Let's say a history of +1.
Ooh,
Ooh.
never mind. Anyway,
That's
okay.
a 3.
I guess either you guys can choose who starts, or both of you roll move speed to decide.
Do you want to roll move speed?
Yeah, sure. Let's...
I mean, unless you want to do gentleman's agreement.
Get a napkin. Whichever way it flutters to is the one who gets to strike first. Felix, you get to go first.
Okay. I would like to start by trying to transform.
Okay.
So it's SP. I don't think that succeeds.
No, it does not succeed in your transformation.
It's one action. Could I? So I still have a second action.
Still have an action. Yep.
Just run up and try to punch.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess roll strength or hand to hand.
Yeah, it'd be hand to hand.
Nice. Okay.
So,
And then how would you like to react in this situation?
I'm going to attempt to parry.
Okay.
See what I roll first before I say what I do. Do nothing. I take the hit.
You take the hit. Roll damage, Felix.
Okay, so the knuckle dusters are. I remember it. What does what damage?
What's your hand to hand?
My hand to hand is I'm in level 6.
So it'd probably be 4d6, d8 plus your strength modifier.
No. It would be 2d. It'd be 2d4s plus strength, which whatever your strength modifier is, and then plus
Or a
the
d8. Same difference.
Yeah, already. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you said
That's what I
2d6s or something.
No. It was like a d4. That's a d6. That's a d8. So it's d8 plus your strength.
Yep. Meanwhile, everyone else, the other two, roll your move speeds whilst we're doing this.
Oh no!
Damn, Fletcher.
Is that definitely move speed or like where are you? Where is it?
Oh,
for
so yeah,
resetting
you
that,
don't have
that
to
was
roll move
Felix's
speed. So
damage.
you can roll for whatever.
Yeah,
you
I know.
else you
Yeah,
want,
I'm
so.
not even seeing what it's saying. Okay, I'm rolling finesse because it's like roll finesse. Okay.
So Fletcher, you're on to the next lot. Because again, you just beat everyone outright cold.
Did you again?
Rakia, you on the other hand are sort of staying roughly here, whilst a lot of the others are sort of starting to take, stride as they're getting further and further. However, a couple are sort of hanging back a bit.
I think this is correct. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That's exactly it. Yeah. So as we now cut back to the others, Adrian, you have just been struck by this knuckle-dusted hand. 0 powers, but there is, but you could not say there was 0 power behind it as you get struck by this. I believe that
And it
breaks your
just about
vitality.
beats my vitality.
Yeah.
It does by 1 whole point.
Jeez. Okay. So roll me. Oh yeah, roll
So
me fortitude.
I don't take any injuries, I don't think, because it's just 1 over my
What'd you get?
12.
Yeah. So, other than the fact that this actually hurts quite a bit, you're sort of brushing the sort of small amount of blood out of the corner of your mouth away, as it's now your turn.
Attempt to transform directly into night. Actually, no, I'll just try and transform directly into night mode first, if I can. Yes.
See, I had all of this planned out.
I succeed to transform. You just pull out the token of juice.
Just juice, but a big, it's just the same token but bigger.
Okay, so you've now transformed. Roll for the amount of turns that this will last.
1d4. 4 turns.
Nice. What is your next action?
I will attack. I'm going to get my stinger out because he allows a weapon, so I'm going to go get my stinger out. Or not.
No, and that's the end of your turn. As we now go over to Juice, Felix.
Okay. Again, would like to try and transform. So.
Fair enough.
Okay.
That is a success. Roll for willpower.
It's just a flat roll. Well, that's
Natural 20. You are perfectly calm.
the one time I didn't want a natural 20.
Oh man, the one time. Okay, so you have one action left.
I would like to punch.
Roll for it.
Okay, so it is 20 plus 9, I think.
Damn.
think it's +9.
I will again attempt to parry. As it is, I should say, people, we had downtime, I learned this amazing new ability, which will probably not... It does! Succeeds!
So you literally just like bosh. How
Like,
how it happens? Sorry.
Felix like goes for the punch to the head. Adrian just lifts their arm up and like pushes it out of the way, like slow motion style. Then with like their hand goes in for the punch as well.
Roll damage. Adrian.
Actually, what I have to find out what it is. 1d10 plus 1d4 plus.
By the way, whilst this is going on, I'll get you guys to roll swimming as well. So whenever I roll for the swimming, just you two just roll your thing. So I've already rolled the third swimming.
Okay, let's have a look. See what we got here.
By the way, you can still use face swimmer. By the way.
Oh, I can?
Yeah.
I'll know that for next time.
Yep, and I'm also going to get you to roll me a endurance now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do something potentially silly
Go
Oh
on.
no.
because Rakia is just filled with rage that that she lost the last one and can't do it again. So she's going to activate, her advantage roll ability. Her shape. Inhuman movement.
Okay.
So they can roll advantage.
Whilst you roll for that, and then obviously roll for your other stuff. Felix, how much damage does that actually do to you?
Yeah.
It's 19 in total from that strike.
Okay, I need to remember my physical resistance.
Daddy,
Be a
buddy.
fight that never ends. Just us just keep weighing on each other and doing no damage. Turns into the episode of Dragon Ball Z of just never-ending fight scene.
Just throwing punches to the point of which it's just blurring, and it's like, hang on a second, these guys have been hitting each other for the last 10 minutes. Is no one going down? I don't think they can feel it.
It's just like 3 episodes of it. Just the one fight scene.
Both of them are just going, ah!
Alright, Felix, what are you saying?
I'm trying to find where my physical resistance.
Your physical and fire resistance are equal to your maximum stockpile, or at least the stockpile, the amount that you have in your stockpile whilst you're in your transformation. So whatever your maximum stockpile is right now.
I think it's currently 16.
So you take 3 points of damage, and then that means since you have taken damage, you are able to roll for your dice to boost up your thing again, or obviously you can use your other ability.
Yeah. But we were at full health at the start of this fight, correct?
Yep.
Just making sure because I had forgotten to update.
That's okay. By the way, everyone's obviously had like 2 days worth of rest, so everyone's now fully recuperated and recovered.
Okay.
We go over to Rakia just real quickly.
20.
So 20. Everyone else got a couple of different things. Okay. So people are starting to pull ahead of you guys. Rakia, you've sort of gotten a little bit further, but a couple of these two have gotten further. These are getting closer. Fletcher, you've only gotten a smidgen further. I want to point out this is all happening over a matter of seconds in real time, whereas obviously in game time it's taking different time. But anyway, so you are back up to full in your thing, I'm assuming. By the way, when you take damage, you don't have to roll for nerve. Just a little help for Felix. Okay. It is now, I believe, Felix's turn? No, it's
my
your
turn,
turn. Yeah, sorry.
Going to again attempt to get my stinger out. And I think that actually I can't remember if that's a 10 or a it succeeds. On arm.
Okay, so you have your stinger in one arm, similar to this picture right here. Circle.
Yeah, that amazing. Should say great artwork from Coin.
Oh, absolutely amazing artwork from Coin, and awesome artwork as well from. Do you remember who did this, Juice?
Yeah, I don't know. It just appeared in my
guy.
files one day. I just
Appeared on the end of your pencil.
Yeah.
It was Juice's artwork. If you didn't get that.
And I'll fail at getting the poison stinger by 1 point.
And that's the end of your turn. It's now Felix's again, and since you just boosted up your stockpile at the end of the last turn, it basically means that you don't lose any points of your stockpile at this point, so you are good to go.
I am going to. Let's see. I mean, I'm gonna punch you.
I want acceptable.
Oh, you're just gonna let me do it? Okay, cool.
I'm not going to. I'm saying that's an acceptable tactic. I can accept that. I'm going to again attempt to parry because that is my new favorite technique, and hopefully succeed. Oh, by 1 point less. Yeah, I'll take. You can roll your damage then, and I will take it.
Take it like a champ.
I do have to ask, Joe, do the knuckle dusters still are they still in effect?
I'd say so, yeah. I'd say that obviously Adrian would probably have refitted them for your sized fists.
You every time you use it, like Adrian gets points, doesn't he? As well.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Every time that you take damage from his attacks, Adrian, you get XP. Ow! Oh, that hurts so good.
I forgot about that. Thanks for reminding me. I forgot all about that, Alex.
Brilliant.
The hilarious irony to this, like, ow, it hurts. I'm so proud of myself.
I'm such a good forger as like almost bleeding to death.
Oh, yeah,
broken eye.
That's exactly how I'd hope it feel. Oh, this really hurts so much, but at least I'm learning a lot.
At least my skills are going up.
Would you like
no damage?
I was going to say, would you like to say your catchphrase, Sam?
It does nothing.
As you strike the wasp in the face, you are felt with an incredible resistance. It is like as if you hit a solid, like, carbon fiber statue. No movement whatsoever. As you strike it, nothing happens. As you realise the chitin is too tough.
Can I ask, considering the reason Adrian brought this up, does it feel, at the very least, the feeling that the power Fakes put into it was at the highest, was at the power that they had before they lost their power?
This feels like, well, I mean, you've never actually taken a straight hit from Felix
I mean, I
before.
did.
Oh, shoot, yeah, and they knocked you out. Yeah. This feels like equal to the same attack, if not greater than it. I mean, to be fair, the only reason as to why it doesn't feel any better is because obviously in night mode your defense is 3 times that of what you normally have. But this does feel like a strike that is either equal to or greater than what he could achieve previously. And it still feels, to a certain degree, like he's got more behind what he could throw. So it definitely feels like, he's actually not lost that much.
In fact, he seems to have gained power.
As we swap back around the turns, and I'm going to roll again for the swimmers. Fletcher, roll me an endurance as well.
You want me to roll swing first?
Well,
and then endurance?
since that's a natural 20, I'm gonna have to do the stupid thing again.
Oh no, what's that?
I'm gonna do it, gang. I'm gonna have to activate my overdrive ability, Shadow Slayer.
Ooh,
so I
okay.
can get advantage. Rakia wants to win, yo! So, okay, first of all, a d4. Get a 4, yes!
Oh, what the-
we're-
what?
We're beasts! We're beasts! Such a beast!
You are, despite the fact that your body is, like, starving of oxygen, your body is actually not that bad.
It seems
Oof,
like more and more
Rakia, you're pretty much almost dead in the water, like, compared to everyone else who's actually moving a little further. However, Fletcher, you're gaining up, if it weren't for the fact that the guy in front is definitely ahead of all of you. As we swap back round, Adrian, what are you doing with this glorious turn?
This time, I'm going to punch him. The
Okay.
perfect fight.
the wisest of decisions.
Okay. So 16. What do you want to react with, Felix? You have blocking, acrobatics, evasion, finesse, and of course, hand to hand.
I think I'm just gonna block.
Okay.
So it's plus 9 at this because it's wait no wait it's
It would be +9 now, yeah.
or what? Oh, it would be okay.
Have you not learned parry yet?
Technically, it wasn't a skill until you sort of brought it up to me, so no. No one had...
I'll definitely have to teach you.
Well, unarmed parry, anyway, or hand parry. Anyway.
I'll definitely have to teach him that, because that is the best skill.
You do block his attack, which does mean that whatever he's about to do to you is halved, so let's go. Roll
Okay,
some dams. By the way, I'm pretty darn sure that your poison won't be added yet, so don't bother about adding poison.
I won't.
Oh, you haven't added poison.
There we go.
Anyway. Well, it gets halved.
Yeah, so I have physical resistance.
It goes physical resistance and it gets halved afterwards. So you have 14 physical resistance after one turn after being in. So take 14 off of those points, which then brings it down to 5, and then half that, which then brings it down to 2. So basically, you take 2 points of damage. And since you take some damage, you get to roll that d10 again.
Yep.
The reason I think you should get thingy parry is it means you take half damage first, and then off your physical resistance. You would have taken no damage from that if you learned parry, which I'll probably teach you at some point.
If you have time afterwards.
Fletcher
At
and
some point.
Rakia, roll both your things, and obviously Fletcher, roll your endurance. Okay.
So it's 34. I got 34 there.
So the highest one was 24 with this, but you have obviously outpaced them in that. Everyone else did not get anywhere near as great as you. Fletcher, you beat at least 2 of them. So these 2, as you go there, but these 2 go further. As now, we go back round to Felix, and I'm going to roll for the swimmers again.
I would like to pick up and just throw them.
Okay. Grapple.
Yeah. Okay.
Obviously, you're allowed to attempt to react to this, them grappling you, or you can react to something else afterwards.
I want to see what he rolls first. I gotta say. I don't suppose. What would be a good reaction to trying to not be grappled?
Well, that's a decision up to you.
Become heavier.
Can I just attempt to kick him out of the way so he doesn't grapple me?
So reactive strike.
I don't have reactive strike.
Then no.
Okay. Actually, I don't have a reactive grapple either. Damn. I suppose, can you parry grapple by pushing the arm out of the way? So all he does is.
You can attempt to roll it.
Never mind, I am grappled.
You are grappled, and you can now not react against what he is going to do next. Felix, what are you going to do next?
I'm going to throw you face first into the ground.
Drive you into the ground like a tent peg.
His little horns get stuck in.
We're setting up camp, boys. Okay, so that's...
There we go, much better for that.
It's still d20 plus 10 to hit, I guess.
Okay.
That's a low roll.
Nope.
Your balls are escaping, Joe.
All of my balls are escaping. Right, there we go.
You're losing your marbles.
Okay, so you slam them right into the ground. The ground is, by the way, made out of, well, stone and rock, like basically solid concrete. So as you slam them into the ground, you will be doing a little bit of bonus damage, but roll your brawler damage just without your nux and the anything that comes from the nux damage, so you can still add your strength modifier.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna roll for the actual floor modifier. It's a environmental thing. So it'll be with an extra +3 points of damage. Jeez, okay. So you do 25 points of damage. Now, again, you get driven to the ground. I will now roll a D100 because it's less about the damage and more about what comes after.
Or about what I do to the ground.
Yeah, so you smash them into the ground. Your head is now stuck underground. However, would you like to say the phrase again?
It does nothing.
It does nothing.
It's more like.
It's like a Charlie Brown character.
You do realize that this means wolf. Anyway, so it's now your turn, and you need to free yourself from this prison of...
Push myself out of the ground.
You indeed push yourself from out of the ground.
I will. By God, I will strike him down. Gets a natural one. Damn.
You are welcome to try. Okay, so you're attempting to strike at him. Felix, you have obviously 1 point less this turn, but how would you like to react against this strike?
I do believe I have reactive strike, so...
You can attempt to do so.
Yeah.
And Rakia, just attempt to roll.
If you're doing reactive strike, should I just roll for damage?
Yeah, and I guess
Did I roll earlier?
No, I've just now rolled a new set, by the way.
Oh, right, okay, I'll do that then. Yeah.
Do I... So, with reactive strike, it's been a while since do I use the...
Just your hand-to-hand modifier, yeah.
Okay.
I think isn't it strength or hand-to-hand, then you just have to get like a 15?
No, it's only hand-to-hand, it's never strength, because it's a proficiency threshold perk.
Oh.
Okay. Oof.
Oof, indeed. That does not work. Roll damage, Adrian. Oh, yeah, you already have.
I did, it got 26.
Bloody hell. Okay, so 14 take away from 26, which leaves you with 12. You have taken 12 damage. That does not break your vitality, but it damn nearly does. as you have taken some total of 17 in total from this fight. Which is leaving you with, I think, 9 health? No, not 9 health, sorry. 7 health. Wait.
I was at 21 minus 12. I think that is 9, if I'm correct.
26 minus 17. That's
9.
9, yeah, okay, no, I'm not going crazy. I was thinking, that makes sense. Wait, does it? Right, Fletcher, I'm just rolling against you one last time because the guy who's in front and you matched.
Oh, okay. Ew.
Okay. In your one, he wins. However, because that you were faster than anyone else, I'm going to say that in that one, you come second. Rakia, in that one that you just rolled against, he also wins, but you also come second in yours. So, both of you gain 250 points.
Wow. Something. 200.
So Rakia goes from... and in fact, I'll let you sort of calculate that up whilst we finish off this fight. Whilst that's going on...
Roll, stockpile again, right?
Yeah, because you just took damage. Whilst that's going on, we come back to... Well, we finally go to Cloak. Cloak, what are you doing?
Through some, I don't know, markets and stuff.
What are you hoping to look for?
Do they have any interesting food here?
Well, it's funny that you say that. The kind of foods that you sort of see are mostly... Well, the best way to put it is... You see a few different sort of like burger places, a noodle sort of stand, you see a cafe, you see some kind of like vegan and vegetarian sort of location, you see sort of like a fruit store, there's even like an actual sweet shop. There are stores that seem from all over the countries, or from all over the world.
Cool. I guess I will take a look around. Maybe at the I want like a shish kebab type of thing.
Okay. So you go and have a look at that. You eventually sort of come to a location where they are just selling sort of like different kebabs, or you know, like they'll have them in the wraps, or they'll actually literally have them on sticks. You sort of notice that the line is starting to die down. When you do so, though, you start noticing that people put their arms out, and the amount of points comes off of their total point counter to pay for the amount of money that's supposed to be worth. This is not necessarily new to you, but it's the first time that you've seen someone else do it.
Yeah. Can I like look around and see if I recognize any of these people or any of their descriptions?
Yeah, roll me either a history or a perception. It's up to you.
Yeah, or perception, I guess. I suppose.
Okay, what'd you get, sorry?
11.
Okay. You're sort of looking around. You don't necessarily notice anyone that you recognise before. Again, there's hundreds of people in and out of like different parts and segments of the tournament, so it's not exactly like it would be easy to see anyone that you've seen before. due to most of the people that you saw were either defeated or killed, and the minority of people that did survive, you haven't seen or spoken to them in a long time, so it's a little tricky.
Okay. Do I see anyone who looks like they might be a particular threat in the next sort of stages of the tournament?
It's funny you say that. So as you're looking around, you're noticing a few odd, sort of strange oddities, which are the first main one is the first main one is you can sort of see a large Huskodian guy sort of standing alone, sort of just staring out at a few of these people. You sort of recognize the sort of presence of it, but it's sort of relatively unfamiliar to you. You might have passed someone like it at some point, but you're not too sure. He's quite large, but he's sort of wearing the uniform of the people who go here and work here. So it's pretty safe to assume that they're not going to be a participant. As you sort of look around again, I guess roll perception or anything else.
I'm gonna roll willpower and see if I can, I don't know, sense anything unusual, or maybe anyone's sort of strong willpower.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess. It does work.
Okay, so you use your willpower to sense out. You use your willpower to sense out if there are any other people within the area, and you notice a couple of sort of signatures. One, you notice straight away. It's not a familiar one, but you notice some kind of strange, almost large power. Like everyone else around here, their powers differentiate: lower, higher, greater, weaker, meager, all sorts of different things. But this one stands out. It's almost like as if it is a sun amongst planets. It dwarfs quite a few, if not all, other sort of life senses and life auras around it.
Who does it belong to?
When you look around, you see a woman walking through, and a few people are noticing her. She has black hair tied up in sort of a bun, but it also some of it hangs down. Not necessarily a ponytail, but still something almost like, as I said, sort of almost like the equivalent of some kind of like top knot or sort of bun that then also leaks out her hair behind her. She has two sword hilts either side of her, but neither of them have blades. Her costume, or at least her clothing, is rather similar to that of yours, except from she doesn't have toeless shoes, and she does have things wrapped around her hands, but they are fingerless gloves. Her equipment, on the other hand, seems rather barren. There's nothing else that she has on her but those hilts. Her clothing is bright blue, but she also has some kind of strange sort of belt covering that goes around her like a sash that may very well be carrying some kind of streamlined backpack. You do not recognize this woman, but it seems as though others do.
Can I order some food and then inconspicuously tail her?
Okay. The meal costs you about 5 points.
Fair enough.
Roll me stealth.
Oh boy, this is gonna go really well.
By the way, I apologise for those who are probably hearing like multiple playbacks. I'm trying to sort that out. Because I'm trying to sort this out. There we go. Ooh, there we go. 18. Okay. You start tailing her, watching where she goes as you're eating your food. I'm assuming that you're sort of like... Do you pull your mask down as you're sort of watching her?
Yes.
You continue to move around quietly. She doesn't seem to notice you, and then she goes into one of these cafes. She takes a seat, and she basically like places her hand up, and someone comes over straight away to take her order. They then rush back, and she sits there quietly, looking out of the window. She hasn't seemed to notice you. What do you do?
Okay. Is there like a technically anywhere I could get changed in some capacity?
Yeah, there are all sorts of different sort of like bathrooms and toilets.
To rearrange my clothes.
Okay. So how are you go? So let's say, for instance, you go off in a different direction. Let's say to one of like the sort of like the portaloos or whatever, and you sort of change your outfit. Are you sort of you said you were rearranging your clothes. How are you rearranging them?
I'll take the like a mask and scarf off.
Okay. So everyone can see your head, but they can still tell that technically you're wearing the same gear that you wore beforehand.
Yeah, and then I guess I'll try and conceal my gear.
All of your weapons.
Yeah.
Under the sort of... I guess you could tie it up in sort of a bundle similar
That's
to
what I was
hers.
going to try and do, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Alright.
I might also take my shoes off and do the same thing. Now it just looks pretty unusual.
So you've sort of got bare feet and then nothing over your head, but you've wrapped up your mask and your cloak, sort of scarf, around you to sort of almost mimic a sort of a impromptu jury-rigged backpack.
Yes, and then I guess I'll roll up my... I'll roll up my trousers, like, kind of above my knees.
What about the blood-soaked bandages on your right arm?
I will probably take those off now, because I don't actually need them.
When you do so, your red band is revealed, along with your numbers. I won't say them out loud, because again, I don't know if any of the other players will actually see you with them, but they just know that your band is on show as it is on your right arm.
Yeah, that's fine. Could, I suppose, wrap this bandage around. No, that's fine. I don't need this bandage anymore. I can discard it and simply walk out nonchalantly as if I'm a different person.
Okay. So where do you head off now?
I will go to the cafe.
Fair enough. By the time that you've gone and done all this, someone has brought her a cup of coffee and what seems to be some kind of biscuit. She sits there sort of quietly and sort of waits for her coffee to simmer and cool off. She doesn't seem to eat her biscuit yet, but she just sits there, sort of pondering out at the glass, through the glass windows.
Order some green tea. I guess kind of adjust my posture to look slightly different than it usually does.
Okay.
Less paranoid and more relaxed.
Okay. Whereabouts do you sit in the cafe?
Pretty, like, at least a good few tables away from this person, but kind of just about in view of them.
Okay.
So I will relax and use my willpower once again. See if I notice anything. Natural 20.
You can still tell that the raging power that this woman has is much further beyond any of the others that are within this cafe. As a matter of fact, if it weren't for the factor of your natural 20, you would also not have noticed that there is a familiar sensing aura not too far, in fact, 2 tables away from yourself.
Oh,
Indeed.
I suppose I will turn to look at them.
You don't recognise this person. Not at first. And then you realise they're wearing clothes. The reason as to why you didn't recognise them at first is because this is the werewolf that you met in the preliminaries. He's nowhere near as big and bulky as he once was. As a matter of fact, he looks more like a canine person rather than an actual werewolf. More like a were-dog.
Is his band on show? Because I'm quite interested to see how many points he would have, because I'm surprised he actually made it.
He does have a band on him, but you cannot see the amount of points, as you are sort of seeing him from the left side, and his band is on his left arm. The points are always on the inner of the arm.
Interesting. I think I will sit and sort of take note of my surroundings.
Okay. We come back to the other two, as we now move back on to the stage. Ooh, there we go. Where is it? There we go. As we come back to you two, you are now within the midst of, well, an interesting fight to say the least. It is now Felix's turn after he's just been struck by Adrian's strike. Struck by that strike. Anyway, yeah.
I think what I can do.
Wait, has it been 4 rounds yet?
You'll have to roll at the end of this, at the end of Felix's go.
Okay.
So when it comes back to you.
Trying to think what, because like my attacks aren't doing anything, so
It's up to you what you'd like to do.
could I just try to grapple and just lock him down with all my weight?
Okay, yeah, sure. Roll grapple.
Regret that I don't have anything good for grapple.
You're getting
Can I
hugged
take-
and you can't do anything about it.
Give me a second. What I might attempt to do, even though it'll be really bad, I might attempt to evade.
Okay.
Be
Don't you have to roll disadvantage because it's...
yes, I do.
Yeah.
So whatever this lower number is, 15.
15, that's not bad.
Still miss.
Too bad it fails, but that's still not bad. Yeah, so you now grapple them and sort of push down with all of your might as you're sort of like pinning them. You still have an action left. Felix, what would you like to do with it?
I guess to try and get any amount of damage in, could I just try and like squeeze? You know.
Okay. Roll strength, which at this point, I guess, yeah, we're just seeing how much damage you can do. Again, you can use hand-to-hand damage with this, so just roll strength. Yep.
I roll
Rolling
anything?
bad.
No, because you already attempted to react to the previous roll. So roll damage, Felix. Again, this is without the nux.
Yep. So it's 10 plus.
I hope everyone's been counting up their successes in the terms of this fight, because you've both been succeeding in your own right. As you continue to start constricting them, you hear like these unnatural sort of creaking, as you can feel Adrian's sort of like hard skin sort of scraping against each other, almost like as if it is either metal scraping against each other or carbon fiber scraping against each other. However, it does not seem to do any damage to Adrian.
Just imagining that whenever he does get over like 30, you just hear like pipes. The armor just begins to crack. Should I roll to see if I'm still in my night mode?
Yes. Roll SP.
Oh, I'm not.
I thought you needed 15 for it.
Actually, wait, do it?
Yeah.
You do, actually, because... Give me a second. Yes! Yes, I do.
Yeah. So it's only 20 if you're outside of all of your transformations.
Or 4 rounds.
So it keeps going. You have one more action left. Oh wait, no, sorry, this was a continuous thing. So yeah, you still have 2 actions left.
I attempt to, like, break out of the grapple with raw strength.
Roll labor, and Juice can roll grapple.
I have nothing in that, so that's good.
Still, though, that is a good roll. You break out.
Like
you
my
break,
rolls.
You break out of the grapple. Okay.
And I'm going to go for the knockout punch.
Roll for it. However, since Felix was only reacting because you needed something to contest against in a grapple, technically doesn't count as a reaction, so he gets to still roll for something. Felix, you can still roll for a reaction because grapple reaction is a forced reaction, so you are still allowed to roll for one.
Probably just reactive strike.
Yeah, and if not, I guess you could always accept.
I could always accept.
Yeah, you could always accept this. Yeah.
But I think I can still do that if I fail.
Yep.
I believe so.
You've got very good con. Let's be honest, you're not going to be knocked out by a 9.
No, he's not. As you literally just like, as Adrian is attempting to throw a punch at you, you just smash your fist directly into their face. Your arms are longer than Adrian's, and therefore it carries Adrian too far away from you to actually even reach your face. As you deal some damage, which is worth.
Let me. Because this is a punch, so it would have the knuckle dusters.
Mm-hmm.
I just imagine like Fake just putting their hand on Adrian's head, saying, "Ah, can't touch this." It's Adrian like flailing wildly.
Meanwhile, Rakia, you are now in the shooting gallery. You have been given some knives that are equal to the knife that you actually originally started with. These, however, are only for the shooting gallery. You cannot take them with you. So, you have been given 5 knives, as you are expected to hit 5 targets. Your targets are this. Sorry, go
How
on.
many hours have passed, by the way, since I did the swing contest?
It's only a couple.
Oh, that's all right, because 2 hours and stuff was I'd have to roll disadvantage, so.
Oh yeah, that's fine. That's fine. These are the rolls you are expected to do for the first target. You will have to beat these 4 roll expectancies: a 10, a 15, a 20, and a 25.
So, do I just roll them in sequence then, or?
Yeah. So roll 4 separate times. One for the first one, then the second one, then the third one, then the fourth one.
Okay, then, and I'm gonna use shall I use accuracy then, or?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
okay.
then whilst that's
Alright,
going
yeah.
on, Felix, you strike them in the face, and it does nothing. But it does launch them back at least a couple of meters, staggering Adrian. Despite the fact that, Adrian, this does not hurt you in the slightest, it is disorientating because having your entire body moved by this huge fist is still quite an easy thing to suddenly daze you out of what you originally entailed for that strike.
You just get punched in the head, let's be honest. Even if you're wearing a helmet, that's still onk. Especially when you're going probably ass over tea kettle.
As you're now sort of recentered back, it is now Felix's turn.
Oh, double that 20. Okay,
So,
right.
whilst we come back to that, Rakia, you are expected to throw a target that is not that far away, and it does not move, and you just throw it, instantly it goes into the centre. The next one, you throw, and it goes in, and then afterwards, you just grab 2 knives and throw them one after the other whilst they were in your hand. As you do so, you strike all 4 of the targets perfectly, as the crowd goes wild. There are others who are also doing so. A gunslinger who takes out his revolver and fires all of them at the same time. I will now roll for him, which is 4d3 plus... there we go. As he hits 3 of them... No, so he hits 2 of them, but the last 2 he does not. He then places his gun in his holster, and people are either ashamed or booing him.
Yeah. Oh, dear.
You then see another person rack up to this, which they then attempt to do the same with throwing knives. And their first 2 go well, but their last 2 do not. In fact, one of them doesn't even reach its mark, and the other one, well, he hits the previous target. So, again, disappointed. We then see the last guy rack up to this, and I will now roll these separately. Oh, blimey. There we go. Boosh. First one. Second one, not so good. Third one. Fourth one, not so good. Okay. He hits 2, but as he hits 2, he doesn't hit them with knives or bullets. Giant green flames erupt from his hands as he hits the first one. He engulfs the second one, but he doesn't hit it right on the mark. The third one he hits, and then the fourth one he pretty much just misses straight away. Despite this, however, he was the one who basically did the most, and so he will be going into the next round, which is a shooting versus, which is the 2 of you will contest against 3 specific targets. Whichever one of you hits them first is the winner of this round, and you will be given the points.
Do I recognise him?
You indeed do. He is no longer blood-covered, and this is the guy that was in front of Cloak, who Cloak knocked out. As you sort of flash back to this, if you roll me a history,
And I will roll you a history. Okay, that's a 4. Yeah, 4. Yeah. Well, I got an 8. It's like, this guy looks familiar.
and you recognise about all of maybe the back of his head, and that's about it.
Oh, damn it.
But either way,
Well-
the announcer basically states that the two of you will be going head-to-head as he claims this very sentence. If I can actually find it, because I'm now in the dark. Well, it looks as though we have ourselves a pretty good shootout. But the only thing is that we're only down to 2 left. So it seems as though we're gonna have to get tricky. Tricky. So, here we go. You got 3 targets. You now need to hit at least one of them. And then the second one. And I guess also the third one. But here's the problem. You're gonna have to beat your opponent. If you mess up, they might just steal it from you. However many targets that you hit is the amount of points that you'll be given on top of the original points that you would win from this series. So, let's see how well you do. Bring on the targets and shoot! As the targets are brought out, roll your abilities 3 times. Separately, by the way.
Oh, separately, okay,
Yep.
so...
And so, my ones are 26, 15, and 27. Yours are 22, which loses to the 26, 18, which beats the 15, and now 23, which does not beat the 27. As the entire crowd just sort of goes mental, as you're not too sure if it's frustration or actual cheering, as you try to throw a knife, but the entire knife is engulfed in the green flame as the inferno burns away the target along with the knife. You then attempt to shoot another knife from your hand, and it does indeed hit the board before he can get the next one, but then he immediately rushes his arm off to the right to hit the next target before you even draw yours. By the time that he has done so, your knife goes through the green inferno, and it basically dissipates the flames as they are already pretty much being put out by the user no longer wielding them. It is over. He has won, and he was given 550 points.
Oh.
As we now come back to Cloak. Cloak,
Yes.
what are you doing? You've been sitting in this cafe for a while now.
Yeah, so I'm kind of making mental note of these people in case I run into them again.
Okay.
So, sort of trying to check out this woman's behavior or her sort of weapons and what she might have on her.
She drinks her coffee and eats her biscuit. She dunks it in the tea, she dunks it in the coffee and continues eating it, and then finishes off the coffee after the biscuit is gone. She then pays using her points, and then she gets up and begins leaving.
Okay.
You then hear a voice. Is that you? The cloaked one. You notice a large 2 meter tall, or should I say 6/7 feet tall dog man sort of looking at you, standing over your table.
I give him a kind of describe this glare that I'm giving. I guess I'll sit down.
It's been a while. Well, it's only been about 3 days, but yet I can already tell you've gotten stronger. So it seems as though the rest of your partners have also gotten through. I would have thought after the necromancer, we would have all lost that day. But you were the one who saved us. Tell me, what do they call you?
Well, let's not talk about that right now. Let's keep some mystery.
I don't even know your name, or what even the rest of your team call you. Isn't it at least a little odd?
Well, it's suiting me just fine.
You're a strange one. Tell me, where do you come from?
It's a fair question. Depends what you mean by where do I come from.
Oh, is that question so complex that it cannot be answered without any modifiers?
Well, let's just say I come from the area of that disaster a while ago.
The one about 20 years ago. You used to hail from there?
Yes.
But you're merely a young man. 20 years ago, you would have barely been a boy.
Well, right about that.
So, that is where you originally came from. Iris City. So, where have you lived after that?
Well, I feel like you could have told by my clothing and weaponry, but I lived in the land of the sunken moon for a while.
I would have thought of so, but didn't want to assume. There are many who wear all sorts of types of robes, and multiple classes of martial arts gear. I wouldn't have thought necessarily that you came from there. But that's where you've been living for the past 20 or so years.
Yes.
I myself come from Chibo. Have you heard of it?
Have I heard of Chibo? I wonder.
Roll world knowledge. You have not.
What is that, some place that?
It is a small island. It's more northern. Despite that, it's in the middle of a strange climate that is ever changing. It is considered to be a tropical island, despite where it is placed. It is near one of the coldest countries in the world. It was said that a god had designed it to be the perfect harmonized location where almost any creature could live, regardless of where their original habitat or atmosphere was. I grew up there. I myself am not that much older than 20. But I was able to get out. I wished to come here. I came with a few friends, and some other party members joined us. However, you know how that turned out. So, have you had to kill anyone else? Or has it just been basic defeats and knockout?
There's not much need to kill these people unless we don't want them leaving the tournament.
Right. I'm sorry, I just find it quite funny. I've always heard of the Land of the Sunken Moon's people being considered to be great warriors capable of killing. I've never heard them say anything such as that, especially when talking about those with powers. I can tell by the look in your eye that you're not exactly fond of us. Am I wrong?
And what does that mean?
You hate all the affected. Power users. Huskonians. Anomalies. Those with special abilities or mutations or superpowers. Your kind have been bred to hate them. But even worse, you didn't even come from that place, and they've already filled you with that hatred. How long did it
I'm
take?
pretty sure the hatred doesn't come from them. And I don't hate these people for being born. I hate that they were made to be this way by some kind of universal error.
You believe that the powers that are granted to us is an error?
They don't really need to exist, do they?
Some would argue that thanks to powers, we have been able to find ways of even now prolonging certain forms of illnesses that over 100 years ago would have killed us outright. But I have to admit, I do have to agree with you. The War of the Legends wiped out hundreds of thousands of people who believed in what they were fighting in, all because the powers even dared to exist. Superhuman society, the superheroes, the villains, all that nonsense about good and evil. Costume runners. There are even people who believe themselves to be angels or gods or demons. So perhaps you're right. But either way, if it weren't for these powers, I wouldn't be alive. And if it weren't for yours, I'm certain that neither would either of your two associates.
Well, if it weren't for that doctor's powers, I'm sure you'd have had a much easier time. And I wouldn't have had to step in.
Another fair point. Who knows? Maybe you and I will cross paths again, and perhaps we'll actually have to take each other out. Let's see who wins. Have a good drink.
I think I'm just about finished here.
Well then, why don't you accompany me? We shall leave together.
Okay, then.
He begins getting up and basically sort of waiting for you to finish.
I suppose I will pay whatever bill.
It's this one's only about 3 points.
Yeah, fair enough.
You suddenly see on the television, by the way, that Rakia and Fletcher not only won their races. Not only did Rakia and Fletcher not win their races. Wait, yeah.
Yeah.
Fletcher didn't win his race.
We both came second.
Yeah, both came second in their races. And then Rakia went up against Green Flame in the shooting gallery, however, lost. Those are some of your teammates. I honestly cannot believe that those monsters would even lose. Well, monster. That Rakia has incredible skill. I'd hate to be on the receiving end of one of her attacks.
Well, I've heard of much more terrifying things than her attacks. Have you ever seen the true scale of some of these people's powers?
He just has a think. There was one. It bothered me. I saw a man wielding green flames, similar to that man. He devastated an entire platoon of people in a single attack. So...
You mean it was that man, or a man who had copied his abilities?
I'm not quite sure. I never got a physical description of him. All I saw was his silhouette burning from behind those green flames. It could have been him, or it could have been someone else, copying or mimicking his abilities. I never got to see
the other one's gone, and this guy's pretty much doomed.
Oh? I mean, not to be funny or nothing, but you're looking at this man and you're saying he's doomed? He doesn't exactly look doomed to me. He just won the entire shooting gallery, and if he is the man that I thought he was, his powers are incredibly well at range.
Well, to me it looks like his fate's already been decided.
How so?
Let's just say he's only here because I allowed him to be here.
Now that is funny. But I wouldn't consider you to be a bluffer, so I'll take your word for it. Now, I simply must get going. He heads off in a direction far away from where you were you were heading, as he heads off to sort of away from the stadium, but he then sort of goes off to sort of go under a tree and sort of lay there. As we now come back to Adrian and Felix. I'm trying to find the art. There we go. Adrian and Felix. Okay, so whose turn was it last time?
It is my turn.
Okay.
It's Felix's turn.
Yeah. I think what I want to do is go for another grapple.
Fair enough.
But what I want to do is essentially do the old spin around and just launch them as far as I can.
Okay. Roll grapple. Adrian, would you like to react?
I'll see what he rolls first.
21.
Okay. You know what? I'll save my reaction for the next bit.
Okay, you are grasped by Felix as his large, muscular arms basically encapsulate almost your entire top half. Felix, if you would like, you may roll labor to throw Adrian.
Okay. I am rolling terrible today.
How would you like to react to this?
Would you attempt to roll Alex?
Okay, roll acrobatics. I mean, it's still a disadvantage.
See, what do I have on acrobatics? I think I have nothing. You never know.
Jeez, my dude. Fair enough. Like
a 20.
Natural 20, but then it was a disadvantage, and it went. Oh, sorry. Sorry, never mind.
19.
20.
More or less,
Incredible.
Felix like throws Adrian, but Adrian does like a triple somersault in midair and lands perfectly on their feet.
You basically, like, what happens is you get thrown and you're about to hit a wall, but then your feet crunch into the sort of metal wall as you sort of roll back down, landing perfectly, as no damage has been taken. As it is now your turn. You're about 5, give or take, maybe 2 or 3 extra meters away from Felix, so you're about 10 meters away. No, sorry, no, 8 meters away, sorry.
Okay. Part of me just wants to run and jump at him again. Yeah, we'll just do that. That's a good tactic. Actually, I ask, do I have the weapon with me?
No.
Okay, never mind then.
You didn't
I will
state that you had it.
No, I didn't think I had, to be honest. Adrian's going to run as fast as they can with their half move speed and terrible running ability, and try to punch him and like kind of leap at him. I suppose grapple would be us. Grapple. Try and like grapple him and put him to the ground.
Fair enough.
It's a hug contest.
Yes!
So roll grapple, I guess.
It's turned into ancient Greece wrestling.
Would you like to react against this, or would you like to wait until you have to react against the next one?
I guess I'll wait.
Okay. You are grappled on the face with this wasp person just hanging over your face. What would you like to do now, Adrian?
Can I attempt to squeeze, not the life out of him, but squeeze him enough that
he sort of starts suffocating to the point of which he goes unconscious?
Yeah, or more or less to the point like he'll surrender. Either he'll get knocked out or he'll surrender.
Okay, at that point, yeah, roll
like
me.
He'll yield.
Roll me grapple again and again. Whatever you'd like to react with. Felix.
I'll do a reactive strike.
Okay, roll reactive strike.
Adrian might have said, "Do you yield yet?"
Nope.
Oh no! As you're knocked off of him, but yeah, as you like punch him right in the face again, and you're sort of knocked off as you fall to the ground. Roll damage, Felix.
No, I believe it's gone down to +4.
Yes. So it'd be
But you do double damage.
No, reactions never get double damage.
Oh, come on. That's so unfair.
I do get knuckle dusters though, because I'm punching you in the stomach. So
We'll be doing a couple dice less damage now, won't you? You'll be doing 2d8s at this point. Well, technically, you could do 4d4s plus 6, yeah. 4d4s plus 8 plus 6 plus that 1d6.
It's going to do 2d8 plus 6, and then it's...
Although then I guess that plus that d6 probably isn't going to do anything, because obviously you can't really bleed damage something that isn't bleeding yet. No, something that can't bleed.
So don't add the 1d6, or...
Yeah, don't add the 1d6, yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Like Batman vs. Superman. Do you bleed? No.
Bam! Again, hit in the face and sort of like fall backwards. Whilst this is going on, Fletcher, you sort of start walking up to the training room that you've sort of roughly were told that these guys were going at. You sort of see through this, this like one-way glass window as they are just beating into each other. Adrian just jumps on his head, is like trying to strangle him. Just a whole giant fist uppercuts over the top of his head, smacking Adrian in the face, bringing Adrian down to the ground. By this point, Cloak, are you heading back to the to the stadium, or are you heading back to the training rooms?
I'm gonna just check something quickly in the market. Is there anywhere that I could maybe get this? I'm gonna change back into my normal outfit first.
Okay.
And then
I'm assuming you don't have anything on your right arm anymore because of the whole removal of bandages.
Yeah.
And then, what are you gonna look
and
for?
then I'll look for somewhere to blood transfuse something.
You're not entirely sure where you could get sort of something like that done, so I guess roll me an investigation. Whilst that's going on, yeah, Fletcher, you're sort of just like watching this. Again, you heard that Rakia like came second, but you didn't see it because you were sort of getting sort of going back to the training room, so you didn't even get to see who they sort of went up against. You heard their name, but for the life of you, it was so forgettable that you didn't even think about it. Cloak, you don't really see anywhere that you can see that would do blood transfusion.
I'm gonna ask someone something.
Okay. Roll me, I guess, charisma. Meanwhile, Felix and Adrian, it is back to you. Felix, it is your turn.
Is it? Or I guess it is. That's right.
Because your hit was a reaction.
Yes, that is true. It was.
The grapple again. Time to hug it out.
Just endless grapples every turn. Just grapple.
I mean, if you'd like to, you can roll grapple.
Just to be nice.
I think I'll yield.
You'll yield.
Yeah.
How do you go about doing that?
Just like, it's time out. I don't think we're gonna get much further past this point.
What does Adrian say to
I
this?
understand. It was a very good fight.
Yeah, that
Adrian
was-
was kind of like depower.
Yeah, Felix will also depower, and Felix will hand you an apple.
We got so much fruit. We got
I'll
so
probably-
much fruit already.
Probably very quickly fix the damage we did with structure, because the training ground is for other people, and that'd just be rude.
Well, it's funny that you bring this up. As soon as you sort of finish with your fight, the lights around the room start beginning to glow as the damage to the wall is undone, along with the floor. But even more so, you feel revitalized. Like the damage that you've just taken is all gone. Now, obviously, this doesn't really help with you, but you don't feel as fatigued or as out of breath as you might be, considering you did just, get face planted into some things and you have been tossed around quite a bit, Adrian.
I did take 17 damage, remember?
Yes.
Did lose
yes.
half my health.
I actually, to be fair, yeah, I completely forgot about that because, again, you had taken so little for the entirety of the rest of it. Yes, so...
I mean, it was a very good fight, to be quite fair. I'm glad to see that your powers have returned, fully, I believe.
I believe so, though I'm a little concerned what that might mean.
Worry that the one might come back.
I'm just worried about the deal.
Oh. But to be quite fair, you did follow the end of your bargain. You did gift her your powers. I don't see why she would disagree with that. Did not willingly try to reclaim your powers. I don't see why she would object.
It's true.
Suddenly
sure
we
that
head back... Sorry, I was just going to say... Suddenly we head back to Cloak. Cloak, you've now just sort of, like... A glow comes off of your band, and you sort of hear a voice in your head saying... Basically, I don't know if you put your real name in or not, but basically you hear a name, a pseudonym that you've written down, or even your real name in your head, followed by, "Get to the stadium, it's time to begin your match."
Oh, okay. I guess I will go there.
By the way, what was the name that you put down for your tournament thing? Was it a pseudonym or was it a real name?
Yeah, it was a pseudonym, yeah.
Okay, what was the pseudonym?
It's a good question. I did not think about my
You'll have to
statement.
think about it very quickly because it will be announced in front of many in this next battle.
It's just an X. You put an X.
I think we joked about
Actually,
that,
no,
didn't
I
we?
just thought that something totally makes sense, right?
Okay. What is it?
It's
And then
Thomas.
they're gonna play X. Gonna give it to you.
Oh, okay. So, okay, don't repeat it again. I got what you said. Okay, so
Yeah.
we come to this point where everyone is now hearing about, everyone is now starting to hear like, oh, we've got now the shooting gallery, the races, and the swimming is still going on, but now we're bringing up the first rounds of the MMAs. Rakia, Fletcher, Adrian, and Felix, you also get this buzz on your arm, and then suddenly hear a voice in your head saying, blank, insert your name here, get ready for your MMA fight, come to the stadium right now.
It seems we have a real fight on our hands.
That it does.
Wish you luck, Felix. And Adrian put their hand out to shake.
Felix will extend their hand to also shake. Good luck to you as well.
As we now bring it up, I will
Can't
quickly
leave.
go to the next arena that you guys actually have, which try and get here. Oh.
That's probably very good that we got our health back, or else that could have been ended badly.
Oh no, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. Like that would take so much of the point of this away.
Irresponsible training.
That would be absolutely irresponsible. Anyway, so we come to Cloak first, as you step into the arena and you await your opponent, which I will actually should probably get the opponent objects in. Which I'm just going to get the enemies thing again. Bosh. There we go.
Yes. My favorite opponent, Red Ball number 3.
There we go. Red Ball number 1. There we go.
Oh, that guy. He killed my whole family.
So, just to remind you, these boxes all count as about 2 meters. So you got 2, 4, 6, 8. So about 8 by 8. So... nice old 8 meters diameter, so it's quite cozy in there. As I now need to go and find who your opponent actually is, just real quick, because I got a heck of a lot of things done for these.
Probably not.
And so in this corner, why am I still finding it difficult to find it? Here we go. Oh. So we have this is MMA, isn't it? I'm not suddenly going crazy. This is MMA.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
Bungee tent.
And in this corner, weighing in at... I don't know how actually much you weigh now that I think about it. How much does your character weigh?
What Cloak?
Yeah.
I think I put... I haven't done any weight thing, actually.
What's the old weight? We'll do it based on the old weight for now.
I think his was 12.
So it's 120 pounds. Weighing in at 120 pounds, we have... Talos! And in this corner, weighing in at 200 pounds, covered in a great thick chitinous power, we have D-Rone! Now remember, folks, what you're going to have to get into your heads is this is going to be a bloodbath. The two opponents can and will be allowed to fight in any particular way of which they choose. There are only 2 rules that you need to remember. You cannot leave the arena unless, of course, if you want to lose, and you're not allowed to use any weapons. Considering it's a mixed martial artist and it's based on hand-to-hand combat. Oh, and don't worry about killing or breaking your opponent down. We've got healers and other people waiting on staff in case if anything happens. So, tear them apart. On your marks, get set, go! The opponent that is standing before you is a hybridized wasp person that you kind of almost recognize, as he seems to be one of the people who attacked you way back in the sort of beginning of the second day. So it's you, huh? That's your real name?
Not one of these guys.
Your name is Talos. So, you named yourself after that villain. What was he? About 20 years ago, right? Well, if that's who you believe yourself to be idolizing, who am I to judge? Now, let's see what you've got. And roll me move spud.
The move speed.
Speed! You get to go first. Okay.
I guess I'll attempt to activate Armament.
Okay. Whilst this is going on, by the way, you guys are actually you guys are actually at the stadium and you're watching this battle because you have not yet been called, but you are sort of around here, just sort of watching this. Okay.
I imagine Felix is probably just trying to stay calm, build up that.
Fair enough. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Are you getting nervous? I don't know. Roll some nerve. So that's your first action, a miss. So what else have you got?
I guess I can use my free activation of my abilities and go for a smack.
Okay. Roll for smack as you attempt to run at this guy and smack. Is this a dex smack?
Yeah, I'll try and. I mean, he's got big eyes, right?
Yes.
I guess I'll try and smack him in the eyes. With my
Okay.
nolly hand.
Schmack.
Schmack, schmack, schmack-a-doodle.
A free activation is useful.
Okay. As you do so, I will roll for this. Okay. As you punch him in the face, or hit him in, what, you were trying to go into one of his insecty eyes, sorry, did you say?
Yeah, like a... I mean, I didn't say external to it, so I'm not using external to it, but I mean as in like a proper kind of cross around the eye, like a palm smack in the eye.
Okay. Is this for an injury, or is this for damage?
It's for damage, but...
Okay, roll damage.
Look him in the eye. Oh no, my little eyes!
As you hit him and you deal 17 points of damage to him, you then see the crowd get a sort of a shock as you then hear a voice over the... you then hear a voice by the commentator just going, "Oh no, it looks as though... Wait a minute, did he just smack the wasp out of him? It seems as though his powers are nullified. He's just an ordinary man. He's no wasp. He's a dude."
No way, I totally rolled that wrong. But, his Armand wasn't active, but it's... What is it? It's,
11?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So either way, yep, you do 11 points of damage. Nice.
Oh, he just slapped him into another species.
So he is no longer in his power mode. As he is depowered, he's like, "Ah! Damn it! Ah! Yeah. That actually that was pretty painful. So that's why the others wanted to take you out first. You have the ability of nullification. How about trying this on then?" As he then goes to attempt to attack you. How would you like to react against what seems to be some kind of similar palm strike?
I guess I'll roll finesse to, pop and weave. I don't know. Actually, then again... Does... You know Almond can be activated reactively.
No, it can't. No.
I know armor could be.
No, not until you get make do. Do you have make do?
No.
Oh. So how would you like to react to this?
I will. I guess I'll try to use finesse. No.
No.
I will not.
As you take... Let's see. How much dex does this guy have? Yeah. Wait, no, that's not it. Yeah, okay, there we go. 6 points of damage as he punches you in the face. You are now on 17 health.
17.
Oh, actually, hang on a sec. How much health do you actually have? Because I completely forgot that you just boosted up
33.
recently. You have 33, yeah. Okay, so in that case you have 27 health. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, then let's try this again.
He says, soundingly more frustratedly.
Huzzah.
You tense your body as it is almost as if it is like iron. You still have one action left. How long will nullification last for, by the way? It will come back at the end of your turn.
Okay. In that case, I will attempt to hit him again. I guess I'll try and use Extremity with this time.
Okay. I'm assuming that you're trying to use another nullification one, since it's, again, a free action thing. Yep, okay.
I'm just gonna
By the way, for those of you who don't remember, back when Cloak helped defeat the copying guy, he also got an accolade, and he got what's known as a special ability, which enables him to use one ability that is not an attack, that requires nothing higher than a 10 or above to activate. Since nullification is not an attack, but it can be added to attacks, now all Bill has to just say is just, I activate my powers on X, Y, and Z, and therefore when he hits someone, he doesn't have to roll to use nullification. Okay.
That's all good.
That's
not activate Extremity, but also it is a bad roll.
That is a pretty darn bad roll. Let's see.
Aha!
Okay, well, you're both hitting each other. And since he didn't dodge, you know what that means?
Yes.
As he hits you back, sort of like uppercuts you in sort of like the chin, but it almost, well, no, not almost.
I smack his other eye.
You hit him dead in the face. But I want to point out, every one of you who are watching this, you see this guy strike in like Cloak in the face, and I'm not even kidding. You almost think for a second that your eyes could have been deceiving you, but he didn't move. The arm didn't budge even his jaw a single slight. And it almost sounded like when he hit him, it kind of sounded like he was punching, like, rock. It didn't even sound like flesh striking against it. It just sounded like someone punching a brick wall. As I just go back to this. That's 16, yeah?
Yeah.
You just did? Nice. Okay, so... 16, yeah?
I will roll the d4 again, I guess. Aha.
So, as you strike him in the face, and as he strikes you, his eyes roll into the back of his head, and he just immediately falls back. Unbelievable! We already have a winner. In fact, in less than 3 attacks, we have our first concluded battle. Talos wins! And how much did you get, of course? I'm assuming that... sorry, I should have done this first. I'm assuming that neither of you wanted to get rid of any more than a quarter of each of your own points, so you didn't bet on anything higher?
Yeah, no, I'm probably not bang crazy high. I'm probably bang like 100 points.
Oh, no. You have to bet a minimum of your quarter of your points. It goes in segments. But on the bright side, you take a quarter of his points. Sad thing is, it's only 25 points.
Ah.
Chump change, but we have our first winner. How are you feeling, Talos?
About the same.
Unbelievable. Unshakable in the ring, unshakable socially. That's it, folks. Our first match is wrapped up. as he is escorted away, and you are questioned if you would like to fight again by a random sort of like employee.
Okay, I guess.
Thank you very much, and we will put you back on there soon. But now it's time for the next lot. So, I'm gonna try this. Everyone will be getting another fight, but this time everyone will be getting a fight at the same time, and I'm gonna try and see how well I can DM 5 separate combat at a
Oh,
time.
jeez.
Oh
no.
yeah. Oh yeah, here we go. So,
Jeez.
this I've never done this before. 5 separate different combat at the same time. I'm actually feeling a bit sick now.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey, you don't have to.
Oh,
I mean, you could try 2 or 3.
I
Yeah.
have to.
Oh no.
You could
all right.
one at a time.
I could, but I'm not going to. Okay,
Right.
so everyone,
Holiday.
I'm going to say everyone other than Cloak roll move speed, and we'll go on who's the fastest, meaning that who gets to go first.
Boom. Oh!
Damn, 25. Okay, coming out strong here.
21.
Okay, definitely good on the gate. We've got Rakia, who's not as fast as their usual
Very
prime.
deflated. Yeah,
And
I'm just
Lucky for some.
back is very
Felix-
deflated.
I'm assuming that
everything.
Juice is still off.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Right. Well, Fletcher, you shall be going first against your opponent. Hope you are the ready.
I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
Okay. I'm just trying to find him. There we go. Nice. As you basically see this large beefcake just get into the ring, he sort of just claps his hands together and is sort of like, I'm hoping that you give me a good fight. I don't want to seem needy, but I didn't exactly get these points for nothing. You see that he has 500 points, exactly. So, what are we betting here? I'm thinking about 50% of our points.
50?
You can attempt to roll charisma to higher or lower. Although, to be fair, based on the way that the rules are set, if you do not agree on the same terms, it becomes the lowest, which is a quarter. By the way, this is where charisma comes into it, because if you want to bet a higher amount of points percentage, both of you have to agree. But if you get a charisma, they might actually have no other choice but to agree. So, Felix, we'll come back. We'll come to you in a second. But yeah, Fletcher. So, are you going to agree to this guy's terms?
I see that is pretty reasonable.
Fair enough. 50% of your points. If you win, you gain 50% of his. If you lose 50% of yours. And now we go over to the move spud. Who's going first out of the two of you?
I'm guessing you're gonna roll his move speed against mine.
Yep. It's not great, but it should do for the time. 17. What did you get? Or are you still?
Are we going off my original, or am I rolling again?
You know what? We'll roll again just so that we got that. Well, I'll go over to Adrian. Adrian, you are fighting. I have to now get this one because this is going to be quite a tricky one to keep. I swear I have something. Where is it? Ah, there we go. You have a 3-meter tall, beautiful looking sort of Huskonian man just sort of standing there, just... I hope that you can, of course, enable me a good fight.
Wish the same of you.
Well, Adrian B. Crawford, let's have a good one. Roll move speed.
I was going to ask, consider... I'm afraid you don't have the pleasure. I don't know your name.
Behemoth.
And I roll move speed again.
Yep.
Look. 18.
Get ready for this great move speed. Okay, and you'll be going first in your fight. Rakia.
Did we agree what point system first?
Oh, yeah, sorry. We'll come back to that in a second, sorry. Rakia,
Yeah. Yes.
you have a couple of different fighters for you left over from this. Okay, here we go. How is this? Sorry, hang on a second. I'm just seeing like in my intermediate tier fighter folder, and I just saw a couple here, and I'm like, that's not intermediate. Okay, right. Moving on. Moving away from those. Those are big no-nos. Okay, here we go. You just sort of got this nondescript looking person just sort of like stretching, sort of just like, well, you're quite the freak of nature, aren't you? You are pretty damn tall.
So?
Well, I'm gonna look forward to smashing you to the ground. Let's have a good one, right?
Okay, nondescript man.
Liking the attitude. I'm saying, let's go with 50%. That way, we at least get something out of it. As he then sort of like reaches up his arm and you can sort of see the points that he's got, which is 1,000.
All good. Fine by me.
Glad to hear it. Roll move speed.
Okay, here we go. Do. Plus 9. Why is it not working? Oh, there it is.
Okay. Now, Felix, your fighter. I'm just now getting them. Sorry.
Welcome to Smash Brothers Brawl.
It is kind of the Super Smash Bros. Brawl at this point, isn't it?
I mean, that's literally the theme you were humming. So.
Well, yeah, no, but what I mean is that like the hilarious part about this is obviously Anyway, you are fighting Mercury, a man in a toga who basically looks like as if he's relative either within his late 30s or early 40s, and he's sort of just stretching, going, I hope that you can give me what I need, which is a good thrashing. That came out wrong. Anyway, I hope that you're ready to give me a decent fight. Most people have been kind of boring me.
Well, I hope that you enjoy this one.
Very well. Roll. Oh, actually, wait. He goes. What?
We're not even gonna negotiate points. No points are being taken or given.
looking at your counter there, I'd say that I'd be beneficial to a certain amount of your points. I'm going to argue about 75% of your points.
How many points does he have? Is that shown or?
Do you ask him to show him his points?
Well, considering he's seen mine, I'd figured.
He's being rather secretive in the way that his arms are being.
Yeah, I'll ask him.
Okay. How do you go about doing so?
Just, just so we know what's on the table. Do you mind sharing the amount of points you have?
Well, of course, sir. He shows you his arm, and it reveals to be pretty much a sort of similar amount of points. But he's sort of rounding it up. He has around about 2,100.
You know what? I'll take the 75. I'll agree to it.
Fair enough. I shall just make sure that I write that down as a reminder. 2100. The rubber guy. How much did I say was his? 1,000, yeah? And then Behemoth. Did I say how many points he had? Oh no, wait, we haven't come to that description yet. So, just beforehand, the one that was fighting you, I'm just looking for him, and I don't know if I... Ah, here we go. Did I say how many points he had that he was agreeing with you, Fletcher?
No.
Okay. The amount of points that he had is 500. And obviously he's saying 50%. Right, and then Behemoth basically says to you, Adrian, how about a nice clean 50%?
I ask how much you would have?
Of course. I'm afraid at the moment I only have 250. What with your team being the reason why this is.
Considering that I only have 227, I think that's fair.
They always told me that you are honourable. And when I mean they, I mean I kept a close eye on you. And now we shall begin. So, Fletcher, you get to go first.
Oh,
Goody. Wait, what? You mean my match goes first?
Yep.
Alright. So, what does the guy who did not give me his name do?
You're not sure? All you know is both of you are going to be hand-to-hand combating.
Yes, but he rolled a higher roll than I got.
Not in the terms of move speed.
Really?
I
I thought he
thought-
got a 17.
I thought you got 25. Hang on a second. What did you get? Oh, shoot! Okay, yeah, he goes first.
You told me to re-roll.
Right, there we go. Yep, sorry. Basically, he just rushes towards you and attempts to just, like, palm strike you. With his bare hand.
I will attempt to...
Bare hand.
Well, with his naked hand. I have the naked hand technique.
Dear Lord.
Destroys your clothes within an instant.
As his face, as your entire face is engulfed by this guy's massive hand, and you are slammed into the ground. Being dealt. I just now have to have a look at this. Oh jeez. Okay, so if that's Boral at level 3, then that means that it's... Okay, so... It is 2D... No, not 2. It's D10 plus D8 plus 6. As he slams you into the ground, he deals 19 points of damage to you, as you are also prone.
Well, there goes my vitality.
Yep, roll me fortitude with disadvantage.
Whoops.
And then let me know what you got.
Ooh,
20.
it decent. I got 18.
Okay, nice. Yep, you don't take an injury. As we know, we'll now go back to, because we'll do first round from each. So, Adrian, you beat your guy's speed, so you get to go first.
Okay. Adrian is going to go into night mode, which I feel might become their saying as opposed to it does nothing.
Night mode. Working on the night
it works.
mode. As you transform into your night mode. Okay.
Adding the point. And we'll go in just for the punch. To just kind of feel like the opponent. To kind of run over and just kind of walk over and like give him a punch.
Okay.
Like the stomach era.
Roll for
More
it.
like a curious punch.
Damn.
God.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
Fair
son.
enough. As you're rushing towards him, he goes, I was one boom as you like strike him straight in the stomach before he even gets like any more than a couple words out. As he sort of like folds around your entire fist. So as that happens, roll damage, which is obviously double the roll. Normal modifiers, of course.
So
I think you might actually straight
Does-
up like D this guy in.
do modifiers also multiply by
No.
2?
No. It's just the damage.
Okay, so it's not 2.
We predicted it.
So, it's 15 plus 8 is 23.
Okay, so 20.
Or do I roll another D10 and another D4?
So what did you roll? Sorry, I'm looking at like 3 different screens.
Oh, sorry. I rolled a D10. I rolled D10, D4, and a plus 7, and I got a 6 and a 2.
Oh yeah,
roll
so
another
so you,
D10.
Yeah, so
or
you roll another
D4.
D10 and another D4. So you basically just double the dice that you roll and then just add your things. So
Oh.
what's that?
So
in
it's
total?
20.
Okay, so
Only
20 in
20.
total. Okay, that's fine. Ooh, just nearly. Okay. Yeah, as
At
you
speed is vitality.
as you strike him, and we now go over to Rakia. Rakia, it is your turn first, obviously, because you are the fastest. Oh,
Is this I've just forgot. Is this mixed martial arts or just regular martial arts?
this is mixed martial arts. There's no weapons or anything. This isn't MWMA. This
Okay.
is just MMA. So it's
Oh
it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
mixed
Anyway,
martial arts.
I've just got my fists. Well, I think you know what I'm gonna do, everybody. It's time to break out the extremity whip.
Oi oi!
Whip it good.
I'll whip it.
D20.
Whip it real good. Da 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 da.
It gets off. It does it. So
Where
yeah.
do you get off? Around about a 15 plus? And then it just does a 1.5 times damage, and it is beautiful.
Are you ready to see how much damage I can do now, everybody?
I'm going to attempt
Now,
to react against this, but I doubt I'll even get a chance. But here we go. Here is this lad's, like, incredibly poor attempt at hitting, or poor attempt at, attempting to dodge.
Yeah, just natural 20.
I want to point out I have to roll a
Yeah.
disadvantage because he doesn't have any reactive abilities.
Oh, it would have been a natural.
It would have been a
20.
natural 20 if it weren't for the disadvantage. That's a 7. So yeah, as Rakia just
Brilliant,
basically...
brilliant.
I want to point out, Rakia becomes a blur and is just on top of this guy immediately with like a literal arm that is like a whip as it smacks him. And I want to point out, just for a second, everyone in the arena can hear this as loud as day. Like, the loudest smack you've ever heard. It sounds like... You know when you're in an empty hall and you burst a huge balloon? It sounds like that. Like proper flat palm smack across a face.
Here we
As
go.
we see the damage.
Oh, Jesus wept.
As this guy's face is bent all the way back round as his head turns 180.
Oh no, he's dead.
Oh,
As the announcer of this battle goes, I can't believe it! I can't believe what I just seen! It seems as though Rakia has completely turned his head around. I mean, literally, his head is turned completely around. It's looking the other way. I mean, this boy might as well be an owl. As we now come back to Felix. Felix, it is your turn first. How would you like to...
Is it? You never had me roll move speed.
Well, in
so
that case, you know what? In that case, you're right. Roll move speed.
I have.
Oh, you come
rolling-
back this way, so
Your
I've
rolls
been
have been
rolling
very
terrible.
mediocre, but despite that, you haven't actually really been doing too bad. All right, so it's this guy going first. As he begins basically running up to you as quickly as possible, and it almost looks like a quite literal mad dash as he sort of like appears in front of you very quickly. As he begins to attempt to strike at you. How would you like to react against this?
I would like to. I'll just try to evade evasion. God, looking at it, I have to get a natural 20 to meet that with evasion.
Oh, jeez.
And I definitely
God.
do not.
Oh no. Okay. So
Is now it's I know it's no weapons. Is it no armor as well?
yeah.
Okay.
Bare knuckle brawl, basically.
And no abilities either.
Oh no, you're allowed to use all of your superpowers. As this
No,
guy
I didn't make
strikes at you down the side of your neck, and it does 34 points of damage. Roll me Fortitude with disadvantage.
Wonderful. That's just. Oh boy. 4.
What were the points that you agreed on again? Sorry.
That's 75%. You know.
Oh
Oh,
jeez, no.
wait, you want the one with like? Who's the one with the most points? left, right?
1090.
yeah. Oh, you.
As you get
fool.
basically almost cleaved in half as this guy's hand cuts through like butter and breaks some of your ribs and cuts through most of your chest. As it's just like, I can't believe it! This guy's hand is almost like a knife! And you begin to fall unconscious as you just hit the ground face first as blood just splats everywhere onto the arena floor. As we now come to Fletcher, it is now your turn. Now, you are prone at this point.
Oh, that really didn't feel good.
Do you see now why you might be in a little bit of trouble, boy?
Just because you got the first hit off doesn't mean you're guaranteed.
Okay.
Don't try and get up. Excellent.
What did you get?
I just realized, instead of rolling to get up, could I just phase through the ground and then pop up again?
Have you already rolled to get up?
Nope.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
clicked in my head just as I was about to type it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You can try and roll. Face through the ground. Yep. Roll for it. Ooh.
What the?
Wow.
What are these rolls?
As you begin to phase through the ground, what is your next action?
As I'm phasing up, I guess I could phase directly in front of him very quickly and do an upward punch.
Okay. Roll to strike him, I guess. Are you also using phase cutter, by the way?
You've got like
Yeah.
30 points of XP just from your natural 20.
Holy cow! What is this? What is this godlike
don't
phasing
stop
power?
On! What's happening?
Oh, this strike has to be good.
You've siphoned my luck from
Yeah, you
me.
have. You've stolen it. It won't be double damage. Actually, yeah. So technically, I guess it would be double phase damage, but you still have to roll to strike him with hand to hand or strength or dex or whatever it is.
This is obviously going to be the
Natural
one that
one.
we need. Is going to be
Please don't say.
So tense.
Ooh, right. Let's have a look at this. So he puts up his arms against you, and as you're going as you're going for this uppercut, he just puts his arms up and he's like, ha. As your fist passes through his arms and hits him straight in the face, as you straight up uppercut him, double damage on phase, normal damage on hand to hand.
Amazing.
Wait. So 2. Wait. What does 2 do? Is that right there?
Okay, Felix, you are left with, in terms of your points, 480.
Man, that was
Hand-to-hand.
a fast battle.
Eraser, how many did you get again?
I only got 25.
Oh, yeah.
So you said I have 420?
Oh! 420.
Oh, no, you have 480.
480, okay.
And Bill, technically you have basically 445. No, sorry, 1,245.
We need how much? We need 2,000 altogether, then.
2,500 because there's 5 of you.
Yeah, so you guys need to
Get a pep in your step. How much damage did you do, by the way, Fletcher?
I did a great total of 12.
Okay.
I couldn't remember if hand to hand is 2d6 or 1d6 because it's on the first level.
Oh, it's only one.
It's 1d6.
1d6. Okay.
However, I do have to roll his con.
Oh, sweet.
Does break his vitality. Doesn't break. It doesn't give him an injury, but you have done 12 points of damage, which is nice. As it's sort of like, what the? You're a phaser. That's cheating. As the announcer goes, actually, it's not cheating. It's definitely not against the rules.
I let you have the first hit.
As we now come to Adrian and Behemoth. Behemoth, obviously, is sort of just like recovering for a second, like. You'll have to excuse me, I almost thought that I was going to die. That's quite an impressive strike you've got there.
Must admit, I wasn't trying to.
Modest and also cocky. So tell me, Why do you fight?
Wait, is this him trying to confuse? Is this him trying to get me to talk and spill my guts while he punches me in the face?
No, well, you don't know that. He's just asking you a question.
Ah, okay. I have familiar reasons why I must fight. All that I wish people to know.
That's a scary thought to believe that there's more of you out there. Strong enough. That's all I'll say. He sort of like stretches a little bit. Oh. I was kind of hoping that I would be able to regenerate a little faster. But thank you for giving me some time to recover.
Oh. That's quite a useful ability. Let's be quite frank, I wish I had that.
Some do. Some think it as a curse. We now rush over back to Rakia, who basically landed the loudest slap in recorded history. Quite literally in recorded history, as this is being recorded on live something. As his head had spun all the way back round.
Is he dead? It's like, wasn't expecting that.
He just grabs his head and spins it back round. Wow! Whew. Thought I was gonna die there. Damn, you packed quite a wallop. Well, guess it's my turn, eh?
Okay.
And I'll have to find his. I'm going through so many things. This is why writing it down would have been better. But I've written it down on like a notepad on my phone. On my not on my phone. Sorry, on my tablet. Okay, here we go. So let's see how this works. Just to make sure. Okay. He tries to launch an attack at you as his arm begins to stretch.
Oh.
As it comes towards you.
Can I dodge and counterattack?
Well, that would all be down to how well you roll.
Okay. So yeah, okay, so shall I just roll my dexterity?
Finesse, acrobatics, or evasion?
Finesse, I will. Well, it's all the same. It's all exactly the same, actually. But
arguable in the terms of mechanic elements, but fair enough.
Okay, yeah, well, I mean, I know. You know what? I'm going to go with... Actually, yeah, I'll go with evasion. I'm going to evade him.
Okay,
yeah.
Go for it.
I'm the best, yeah. Yay.
Yeah, as his sort of fist like zooms past you, you sort of like dodge under, and you now evade. How far back do you want to go?
Well, within my range of 5 meters, because I want to use the tongue attack on him.
Okay.
So about 4 meters or so.
Yeah. All right. There you go. And now we go over to Felix. Oh wait. Now we go over to back to you know what? We'll come over to you. Okay, so this is gonna be a pain. This one's gonna be difficult because I have a character sheet somewhere and I now need to find it, but it's on a different app because someone built it for me and sent it to me. And Bill, I think you might know what character I'm talking about.
Probably.
Okay, right, gotcha. So, as you've been healed. As you now no longer have any damage, if you took any. I don't even think you did. Actually, wait. Yeah, I don't even think you did. But either way, it doesn't matter even if you had. But you are now in the ring with what seems to be some kind of monkey anthropial. As his name is Jake. So, I hear that you are from the land of the sunken moon?
Yeah.
My keen eyes and keen senses never fail me. I saw you in the cafe earlier, but you of course didn't notice me. I was too good at stealth.
I think I was looking for someone else.
Yes, but you weren't aware of myself. Begin! As he then begins to rush at you, roll move speed.
Kill him, Cloak. He's annoying.
No, he is
This
beautiful.
one's gonna be difficult. Oh, come on!
Ah, that was a good roll as well, Bill. Too bad. As he leaps towards you and begins attempting to attack you with... Doo-ba-doo-doo-doo.
This is so awkward for Clay. This it's not good. Not a good matchup at all.
I mean, you think your magic was bad.
I mean, yeah, to be fair, I don't think anyone deserves to complain when they're looking at either Rakia or Felix.
I didn't even get a turn, and I have a +8 to my move speed.
Dude, yeah, like, I was actually really surprised. I guess the question for you is, do you want to have another go at combat with another opponent? Because obviously you're not allowed to fight the same opponent.
Nah.
I don't want to lose any more points. Which is understandable. Okay, so I have to just have a look at these abilities. Okay, this will do. As he goes for a strike with his foot.
Okay, I guess I will attempt to dodge with finesse.
Okay. He fails, and I don't know why I rolled that d4, because he fails.
Okay.
So you roll finesse, you're allowed to counterattack.
Okay, I guess I'll... I mean, yeah, I guess I'll just punch him in the face, right? Hey, you... yeah, there's not much else I could really do.
Fair enough. Strike him. He's within striking distance.
It's a
Fair
great
enough.
roll right there.
That is indeed a great roll. Which I will now just look at something. Ooh, there we go. How much was that, sorry?
9.
9, okay. Right. So we now come back to Fletcher. It is your opponent's turn this time, as he is going for another palm strike.
I tried to go for a phase counter.
You can indeed.
Yo, what was it?
And hopefully...
H.
There we go. 18.
Damn!
Damn. As he again palm strikes you and slams you into the ground, dealing again a lovely amount of damage.
I think that's me.
It could very well be, or of course I could just be wrong. Oh my gosh, I hate the controls on this sometimes. There we go. I think that's you done, isn't it? Unless if you might...
Yeah, I was only on 12.
Done, yeah.
Unless could I roll survival to try and stay up?
No. If you had a
Power
technique,
through the...
if you had a technique on that, maybe.
The
but
willpower
no.
technique would be cool for that.
Yeah. I hear no bell. Okay, so that was how much damage? That was 14, yeah. So that would technically. Put
Yeah,
you...
that's +2 over my health.
So it'd be 13. Okay.
Kind of feeling a lot
-1.
of pressure to win now, guys.
Yeah. Okay.
What are you
Well.
talking about? Rocky and Adrian are still fighting.
Because so many of our points are already gone.
Oh, shoot, yeah. How many of those points of yours are gone? Sorry, Fletcher?
Well, it was 50%, and I have 476. So,
Right. That's
Actually,
Yeah, and,
Fletcher, you have 226.
didn't I win 200 from this one?
Oh, yes, sorry, yeah. Sorry, I should have probably asked everyone what their new points were, because obviously...
Oh, yeah.
400 and what, sorry?
476.
76, yep. And then obviously divide that by 2.
Did I get any points
just
from
lost
coming,
all the
like,
points
second?
and more that you won.
Yeah. Yeah, did I get anything from the shooting at all, or is that just like...
No, but what did you get from the race? Sorry, was that another...
Yeah, I got another 250, so overall I've got 644 points.
Okay, 644, right. There we go, okay. Yep. Okay. Right, we go back to Eraser. Sorry, no, we go back to Adrian, who is currently fighting this guy. It is now your turn, Adrian.
I am going to absolutely deck him. No, not deck him in the face. I'm going to punch him once again in the stomach.
Deck him in the schnoz. Oh, okay.
Because, yeah, I'm not gonna go beneath the belt or above the,
Okay, roll for it. Oh, was that your roll? Sorry.
Oh yeah, that is my roll. That's my roll to attack.
Yep. Okay.
It's the attacky roll.
Yep. As he goes, now I know. As you hit him again, straight in the stomach. Roll damage.
10 plus 1d4 plus 7.
Okay. Okay, so that'll be... Okay. Okay. Looking good, looking good. As we now go off to Rakia. Rakia.
This is kind of cool.
You're about 5 meters away from... You're about 5 meters away from this rubbery guy. What do you wish to do?
I'm about to do a new thing that I've developed. I'm going to hit him with my tongue and hope that I pull off tongue lashing. So, which converts my impact damage to slash damage. So
Yes!
1d6.
Oh, I completely forgot you had this, and I tell you what, I'm glad that you did, because I randomly assorted these guys. So honestly, I'm glad that you have this, because this actually gives you the chance to fight this guy.
Oh, good. Okay then. So yeah, I need to do plus 15 on Dex and plus 15 on martial arts. So let's give this a go. Right, Dex first. Yeah, pulled it off. And now martial arts, which is a plus 7.
Okay, this guy does not get any kind of reaction. As you strike him with this attack, roll damage.
Okay, first of all, it's yeah, and so I roll damage and then I put on the bleeding ailment, or just the bleeding ailment.
No, you roll damage and then I have to then roll con, which obviously would be disadvantage.
Yeah, making sure that I understood what's going on. Okay, 3d10 plus a.
Actually,
mighty
you know what? No, you know what? I'll roll it first. Actually, just so that then, because then we can see if it gets worse after the damage that you do. Although to be honest, the amount of damage that you do with this attack might very well kill him anyway. So I think it's disadvantage anyway, because it's super dex, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm super dex, baby. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it will definitely give him an ailment, but let's see how much damage you do first.
Okay, here we go. Not very much actually, but
okay.
also 1 to bleed as well. So.
Permanent ailment.
Hang on, wait. It's not doing a 1d6 of bleed. I have to see how much damage he's doing compared to the attack that you did, which would be the highest roll that you got, because obviously it's an augmentation thing. So it's 26 versus
right.
1. Oh, shoot. Okay, so that's under 10. So what was that, 27 that you got?
I got 18 over. Oh, yeah, with my
so
thing. Yeah,
27,
I got 26. Yeah.
26, 25, 20, 15, 10. So that's 6. Yeah, okay, so that would be... Holy cow. I believe that's
bleed, huh?
that's 2d8s, technically 4d4s
Wow, really? Jeez, okay, go for it.
of bleed. That's how long it's going to last, and how much damage it's now currently doing as he's spilling out. For crying out loud, there we go. 4d. I don't know why, but the sensitivity of my touchpad is now suddenly going a bit askew, so that's why it's just okay. 9. Okay.
Nice.
So in sum total, that was what, your 18 plus that. 26. Yep. As he sort of blood just sprays everywhere, and he just falls backwards as he is unconscious.
Yeah, this is very strict. Oh, he was unconscious. Yeah, this is a weird one for folks because I basically just spring behind, spring out of the way of his fist, lash my tongue right out like a frog, and then just like make him bleed his guts out.
So, what was the amount that
Not every day.
you stated? 50%, yeah.
50%, yeah.
So you get 500. So you're now on 1144.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, we're now back in it with
Back to Felix.
Back to Felix.
On the ground.
Back to Cloak. I was gonna say if Felix wanted to fight, we could throw him in another one, but I'm assuming that he doesn't want to lose any more points.
I've been humiliated. Oh god.
Okay. Cloak.
My brain's running on like 2 hours of sleep.
That's fair enough. Cloak, it is now your turn.
I guess I might as well try an active element.
Okay.
It works.
Nice.
What is this monkey doing after he's been smacked in the face?
He sort of staggers back a bit. He's sort of waiting for you to do your thing.
Interesting. I guess I'll try an extremity whip.
Okay.
Oh, you.
Gonna have the second loudest slap heard in history.
Yeah, I mean, we'll try and God slap him, but I don't know how effective that will be.
More slaps than
Okay,
Dynasty.
so this is the first roll. And then this is the second roll. That has to do with him. Come on, I don't know why my touchpad's being so
Yes.
awkward. Yep, okay. The usage style failed. You strike him, roll damage. This is whilst you also have armament as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Okay, so the 1.5 times just dice, right? So
Yeah, so it's added also to obviously your dex. So technically,
yeah.
it would be what 2d4s
Well, two
plus
nat
4
fours,
plus 6.
but it's,
That is still 18 points of damage. Your weakest amount whilst you're stacking these three things together, you still do on your weakest point 18 points of damage. As you this time hear another tremendously loud smack. Probably give or take about half the loudness of the last one. But still loud nonetheless to actually also have it coming from a human with half the size and half the wingspan of Rakia. That was 18, yeah?
yeah.
Awesome. Jeez. Okay, and he is out. As he is unconscious. How many points did you agree with him?
I only have about 25%.
Okay. He had 1,000, so 25% on top of that. You basically...
It's as if I never spent any.
Was it 1,245 plus 250? I don't know why I had to do that maths, but it hurt me. It hurt me so much. There we go. Touchpads being a pain. There we go. Right. Okay, the monkey is out, and now we go back to Adrian's fight. Adrian, your opponent is sort of looking at you like, do you think you could perhaps stop hitting me in the stomach.
Oh, would you prefer I hit you somewhere else?
Sorry. It is just usually the place that people happen to strike me. Obviously, since I'm so much taller than most people, it becomes rather frustrating, as you could possibly tell.
Oh, you just think Adrian turned away. Well, considering quite the height that I am, there is a more. Just forget that.
Right. Now, what were we talking about?
Yes, the fight. Are you going to attempt to punch, or are you just going to continue to attempt to heal?
That is a fair point. Do you perhaps think that you could wait a minute? Roll me charisma with disadvantage.
Well, I don't have good charisma anyway.
I don't know. Your roll streak has been quite good. I still wouldn't put this as a.
Actually, I do have
no.
relatively good charisma. Is it nerve or just raw charisma?
It's raw charisma. I mean, yeah, I guess you could roll nerve if you wanted to.
Okay, so that's
15. Okay.
This was 16 if it was nerve, so nah, I fail.
You wait for him. As I try this. Oh, I love this. This is so annoying. Okay. Let me go. Right, okay.
Let him healing up again.
Yes, although no at the same time, because I'm also trying to sort out something. Because again, as I said, my touchpad is being so unsensitive, I'm literally having to strike it at the same strength as Rakia does. Okay. He heals up. But since he told you to wait, and you did, just sorting this out, take away that, what would be then? And then plus that, which would then be 12. Okay. As he then sort of says, "Thank you for waiting," and he then attempts to strike you.
Okay. Do you want to roll for it first, and then I'll deflect and punch him in the face?
Yeah, let's be honest.
Unless he gets it depends what he gets, but it'd be
Oh
punch.
Damn. Yeah, he
Damn,
does
feel.
strike you. As he deals. Ooh, I hope you're ready for this one. This is gonna hurt a lot, Sam. I hope you're ready.
I mean, I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or you're being he's got the anime damage stuff.
Get ready. As he goes, "Hah!" and his fist hits into your face, and this isn't even this is less than a quarter of the power that you've been struck with today, let alone over the last 3. As we now come back to...
Dare I ask, please tell me that isn't all you can do.
Actually, hang on a second, I just realised everyone's won their fight. It is literally just you two now.
Please tell me. Please tell me that isn't all you can do.
I beg your pardon?
And Adrian will just kind of punch him in the face.
Roll for it.
Or no, punch him in the probably punch him at a different point in his stomach.
Alright, hang on a second. I'm going to type this on my phone because this is actually getting ridiculous now.
He's just kind of sad now. This is the opponent they have. Someone who can't even do.
Someone who can't even hurt you.
Even flex, bro.
Do you even lift? Do you even lift, bruh?
Do you even lift, bruh? He goes, "Wait a second!" As you then stop your fist. It is now his turn. Too easy. as he begins to regenerate again. Is this gonna... Oh my gosh, I hate this. There we go. There we go. And there we go. Almost entirely revitalized. It is now your turn.
Adrian is going to attempt to do an injury this time.
Okay.
Because Adrian now knows what's been attacking her is his voice. Because he cannot actually hurt her.
Okay.
So Adrian's just going to punch him in his mouth.
Okay. I will attempt again to try and defeat this, but I'm hoping that you actually do win this one, because that would be great. Yep. Boosh! I will roll against the... I will roll his Constitution, which he does actually have Supercon for, but it's only +4, so... Okay. As you do so, and I'm going to be really nice, as you do so, he's trying to talk. He's literally trying to use his Super Charisma again, and so as you do so, you force him to bite his tongue, dealing 1d4 of bleed damage to his tongue. This will last for 3 minutes, and it starts off doing 4 points of damage immediately straight off the gate, as his mouth just begins to fill with blood after the strike. He then angrily attempts to attack you. What are you attempting to roll?
Well, either way, it fails.
What are you failing at attempting to roll?
At the parrying, of course. Parrying. Yeah. If ever I roll, actually realize that's. I keep forgetting it's a +3. It's 10, so it's like 13 instead of.
As he again just angrily just sort of throws his fist and punches you again, and again it does nothing. However, we now come down to the fact that you now must roll your ability to keep it going.
Okay. Ep succeeds.
You definitely succeed. I guess just roll that d4 again. Yeah, because you have like... yes!
Just continually... Yeah, that's like... I don't even worry. Like, I might even have this anymore. This having to roll for it, because I always succeed. Yeah, and just punch him again.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because Adrian knows this fight's kind of... It's, you know... attack, but he's not going to be able to actually do any damage.
Roll damage. You hit him, and it's like as if you're hitting like just a wall made of iron. His then bloodied mouth begins creating a horrible smile, but I still need to roll his d4 of bleed for this turn. Oh, another 4. Nice. So that's that. Yep. As it is now his turn. Damn it. I was kind of hoping that would have been a better thing, but that's fine. This fight is actually going to be the major one, yeah.
It's just...
As it's your turn.
Why would you just die? Do you know what I'm going to try to do?
What?
Adrian kind of figured out that he's going to keep healing, and it's going to be a very annoying fight. So Adrian is going to attempt to climb up his back, like on this kind of jump, and wrap the arm around the throat to go for like the choking knockout.
Okay. Roll grapple.
10.
Yeah, you wrap around him. I guess roll either grapple or labor against his con now.
Okay. That's a... Oh.
And try and reactive strike you. He, again, just like with Juice, he palm strikes you in the face, and you let go, and you are now behind him. You are very close to the edge of the arena.
That's all I have to do. I have to throw each other off the edge.
Yeah, as they said, you can either throw them off the edge or you can do that. As it's now his turn. As he is now going to roll to strike you in the center mat. Oh, jeez!
Oh wait, you never know. Could.
As he roundhouse kicks you, and he kicks you out of the arena.
Oh!
And it looks like we have another winner! Hell yeah! That was a close one. Whatever that creepy, weird armor was, it didn't seem to do you too much good when it comes to a knockout, knockout. No, I think I got a better one. Ring out victory! There we go, that one's better. Either way, we have a winner! Behemoth! What did you agree on in the terms of pointage again?
On 50%.
Okay, 50%. On the bright side, you have 227, so...
100 and something.
Say again, sorry?
Divided by 2 is 13. And 113 points. Or 114, it's 113.5. What would it be? Round up or round down?
Technically it'd just be 13.
Round down?
So, yeah. So... 113. And Behemoth would get those extra points. So he'd be up to 363. Which honestly is probably not going to get him and his party into the next round anyway.
Fortunate enough, like Raki and Oak have like 1,000 points each.
Okay, so we now come to the end of this particular session with our victors and our defeated. By the way, Juice and Fletcher, as well as any of the rest of you who took any injuries or any damage from the last matches that you were in, your health has been replenished and any injuries have been immediately fixed due to the people in your team. I'm just going to have a quick look at the amount of points that everyone has. I'm going to read them off and see if everyone is correct. So, Felix, 480, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Adrian, 113. Adrian? 113?
Yeah.
Sam? I think he's disappeared. Either way, I'm pretty sure that's right. Fletcher, 238.
Yes.
Rakia, 1,144.
That is correct, yes.
And Eraser. I'm going to have to say it out loud, but 1,495.
Yeah.
That brings your total up to, sadly, nowhere near as much as it was, which you had 4,420.
Oh my god.
You do have now 3,470. The points have shifted, and you've definitely lost quite a bit. But you still all have now done a single match each from the sports events, and you all still have way over the total that you need to be able to surpass this stage. And that
Yeah,
is
I'm gonna
where
be
we...
honest, I think we should just do the beast battles next rather than that.
Well, I know that one of you is locked into the MWMAs.
Yeah, I mean, that's different bindings in terms of this.
Yeah. And this is where we shall leave this session.
Woo!
Yeah, that's the end.
Thank you, wonderful.
I had.
So, I mean, this one was quite a weird one, really, because I didn't know how well I was going to be able to populate the playtime for everyone, because I was really kind of worried that we were going to have these moments where it was just everyone, except from one person, just sitting there. But I feel like everyone had enough screen time to a certain extent. Everyone had a decent amount. I know on the last sort of bit, obviously Felix was out for the beginning of that. But to be fair, obviously,
not much you can really do about that. Though.
No, but obviously you were in for quite a decent portion of the combat against Adrian, which honestly, you guys were more evenly matched than I had actually anticipated. So
That must be because I did actually look up the damage he could do. Maximum was like 36. So if he actually rolled maximum, he could do me 6 damage.
Yeah. And obviously there was another particular thing, which was even though that you had a high amount of damage as well, technically the biggest threat was the fact that he had more strength than you. So technically he could actually have pinned you down and kept you there. But all of your rolls were so weirdly erratic that it was literally evenly matched. I mean, yes, you were doing more damage than he was doing to you, but because your night mode is a strenuous form, it is basically the equivalent of, I don't know, if you were in Dragon Ball Z, it would be like Super Saiyan 2 or something like that. But if it was like any other thing, again, the whole point of the strenuous form is pushing past your limits to enable you to fight in a different way, which is basically being a heavy tank and not being very fast, but basically having all of your strength up front and all of your damage up front. On the bright side, you have lost quite a lot of your decks so that you can have a 0 time limit even when you run out of it. It's just basically, okay, I have to re-roll to power it back up again. Which I think has really sort of been showing its head at this point in the game.
Bart hasn't actually failed, so there's always the chance that at one point it's just going to be Adrian just like, I'm just... Actually, do I go back to being normal? If I transform directly from normal into that mode, do I just go back to normal mode? Or do I go into hybrid mode?
I would only say if you get a natural 1, would I actually state that you're forced to go back into your human state. I'd say that you just probably go back into your original hybrid mode.
I mean, that's still pretty good. Too
bad. How did you guys feel about it? Anyone got any feedback or anything?
No, I find it pretty decent. Sorry.
The thing is, I do think that it was a bit of a mistake to split all of the combat, in the last bit. Even with it was fine with the the other races because we were literally just rolling. So it's okay, go roll that. But even then, I think that it should have been just done, one after the other. I think,
I don't think we would have got through.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think
it's more efficient to do it like that in terms of just spending thought if you don't.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I
think for this specific situation, it was fine.
Yeah, fair enough. I think that it was a lot more efficient splitting it up. I mean, yeah, we didn't have as much focus on each character as we did last time, but I have to be honest, I didn't think that, even though that we were rushing through it, I didn't think that we were going to get to the fights until next session. And I actually have to be honest, I'm glad that we got to the fights by this point.
Yeah, I was thinking, because, I thought this was just going to be a quick thing and then fights and stuff. It's interesting to see you say that, because I thought, this won't really take up too much. We'll just do a bit of character stuff and, then go on to the next thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, then just go on to, the real meat. And I guess we're picking up, next session we'll just go, people who are participating go into the MMA.
I actually just realised, technically, Bill, how many points did I say that you were given? What was it, 250?
Yeah.
That's actually wrong. You actually beat your previous opponent, so it's 2 times that, so it's actually 500.
Oh, that's how it works.
Yeah, so technically, instead, so you have 1,495 plus another 250, which puts you up to 1,745 plus 1144 plus 113 plus 480 plus Fletcher's 238, which actually brings you guys up to 3,720.
Nice. Still, we got it. You know, I'm here for all the points. So you know, got to get some more.
And now I'll remember not to go so close to the edge next time.
That honestly, that was quite interesting. So just before we head off and or at least just before we finish this off, because obviously I haven't stopped the stream yet. Is anyone doing any more continues? Like, are they gonna continue doing any more matches?
I mean, hell yeah, of course, I am.
Okay, Rakia, Cloak. What about yourself?
No, considering I've probably after that match become aware of your teammates.
Fair enough. I'll ask again, but what about yourself, Felix?
No, it's after that. No.
Fair enough. Fletcher, what about you?
I think I'm good with the upcoming fights I've already got.
Okay. Adrian?
I think Adrian might.
Okay.
Mostly because in the heat of the moment they forgot the one downfall was the fact they were by, you know?
Yeah.
It wasn't so much them losing the fight as getting their surroundings.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got Rakia and Adrian continuing, and the other three will be going off and do the other stuff that they have afterwards. Which, to be honest, I think at that point would basically mean that Felix and Cloak, you guys actually have stuff. You guys have like time to sort of meander around and wait about until the beast battles with the rest of the team. But Fletcher, you obviously have. You're in the MWMA as well, aren't you? Like the weapon fighting.
Yes.
Yeah, so you'll probably move on to that then, whilst the others sort of go off and do their own thing. It is a shame because I genuinely thought at least Bill, at least you'd be doing the MWMA with Cloak.
I would like to, but if we keep losing points, then we're not going to make it to the next round.
That's absolutely fine. Oh. Yeah. Okay, well, that's about it. Thanks everyone for watching, and obviously if you are interested in any more content like this, check out any of the other playlists that we have done on the Animite Tales Dev Plays. That's right, we are developing a game and we're playing through it, or playtesting it. A tabletop RPG done on Discord. If you would like to see any podcasts where we build characters, check out our new character workshop, and also check out our Power podcast where we talk and discuss all different types of things to do with tropes in movies and fiction, as well as superpowers and exactly what they mean. On top of all of this, you can also check out that at some point we will be putting all of this, including the game and a few other different bits and bobs, along with updates, on a website. But until then, you can just @ me at Animite Tales on Twitter, or check out #Animite Tales on YouTube. Thank you very much for everyone for watching. Thank you to everyone who has joined and played this game today. And again, have a good night.
Bye.
Bye!